Good morning, everybody. It's 7 a.m. on Wednesday, November 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see cloudy skies with the high of 75. Coming up on OTB, presented by All-Star Toyota, LSU men's basketball coach Will Wade joins the show at 7:30. Matt Flynn is in studio at 8 a.m. for some flestering, and we had the latest edition of Would You Rather Wednesday coming up at 8:15. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, or watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Remember to please like and share, and you can also check us out on YourView. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday right now. I know we probably are, because it was a very good day yesterday in terms of basketball and other things, which we will get to throughout the show today. Very excited to hear from Coach Wade at 7:30. Spread the word after the huge night one win. Just pure domination on both the men's and women's side of the equation yesterday. We'll pick Mario's brain here in a little bit, as Mario, of course, does the Flock Up podcast covering the Pelicans, which you should listen to. But that means that he has to watch the Pelicans constantly. And I was very tickled by a group text yesterday where he was just kind of talking about the difference in watching a team that is, actually like competent and has like a chance to win. How did it feel, Mario?
It felt awesome. It's nice for a run for the home team for once. Nice to see them play as a team, as a unit, not turn the ball over all the time.
Yeah. Yes. So Will Wade,
felt that.
For real,
felt that in his voice.
There was genuine happiness and enjoyment in his voice just now, and rightfully so. How could you not? I mean, just pure domination on both the men's and women's side yesterday. So we'll get to it throughout the show today, obviously, and other shenanigans, and like a chess stream, like everything Mario said. Jake, how you feeling this morning, man?
I'm good. All good. It's kind of that time of the year where everything kind of comes together a little bit. You got NFL, college, NBA, college basketball.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Y'all don't care, but I do. Soccer. So it's like everything kind of comes together. The World Series just ended. My team won the World Series, so it's a good point.
We do care, and because you had to go to the concussion test yesterday.
Oh, I did.
We just remembered Mexico USA's Friday night. You're going to need to go ahead and start lining up a babysitter day. What are you doing Friday night? You're looking like you're bailing. What are you doing Friday night?
Concert mobile.
Oh, my God. The soccer guy, Bill.
Look, it's not something that I planned.
We were going to have a live stream.
I'm being very supportive.
We're going to do it in London as a crew. Wow. What a twist this show has taken 3.5 minutes into it. I did not mean for this to happen, y'all. I thought this was going to be a moment of celebration and planning. Okay. Look, we're going to process this. We're going to need a couple seconds here. Let's go ahead and dive into some headlines.
OTB headlines are brought to you by Barbecue Guys. Barbecue Guys, for those who are born to grill. Visit bbqguys.com to learn more.
What concert is it? What concert? Who are you seeing?
It's like a country fest concert, I think.
Wow. Nick Underhill tweeted this yesterday. And if you listen back
I'm being supportive.
A country music fest filled with modern country acts, I assume.
Probably.
Not even missing for good music. Maybe that's the worst part. I mean, us real USA fans will have to try to cheer the team to victory.
Well, Danny's not.
Oh, I'm not looking at Danny in saying that. I'm looking at Danny in a challenging way. I wasn't looking at Danny. I'm saying us real US
Let's say, because Danny's only born here and lived here his whole life.
Yeah,
he's not a US
He's
fan.
only a US fan when it's convenient for him.
Yeah.
You're
I've already
definitely getting
explained why.
you're definitely getting fed to the whales if the US loses. It's completely your fault. Just put that out there. In New Orleans Saints news, Nick Underhill tweeted this yesterday. So he kind of If you go back and listen to yesterday's interview, he subtly hinted at this, and I didn't pick up on it, and that's on me. But I'll read the tweet exactly as he wrote it. Saints tried out 3 running backs today. Have been hearing whispers that Kamara might have gotten a little banged up on Sunday. Something to monitor this week. I'm just going on to say, it's not panic mode. It's not panic mode, but it is definitely a situation to watch going forward. And I would describe it as decidedly not tight. What would this offense look like without Alvin Kamara? I mean, that would be what did the Saints even do to the football gods? I don't feel like we've done anything offensive. Is it partnering with Caesar or something? I don't understand.
False idols on the Superdome.
Is that what it is? We didn't do anything, dude.
Yeah, it's and signing Josh Adams to the practice squad. It's like the Titans signed Adrian Peterson and Saints signed. And I know Adrian Peterson's been a Saint before. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Forgot
for
about
a hot
that.
second. Yeah. Let's go sign Odell.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
So, okay, we might as well, Danny, you don't have to go ahead on the rundown, but in Odell watch, because it's very quick, he does clear waivers. He is a free agent. We can talk about it more in depth a bit later on. I think the Saints, it's an uphill battle, right? I don't think they're first on the list. New Orleans, I do think is an attractive factor. Am I dumb? I feel like if they were 6-2, it would feel way better than if they were 5-3 in terms of convincing him. And I mean, obviously, if you still had Jameis, I would say you're right near the top.
Yeah.
Now with T-Dot, it just feels, and at 5-3, it feels like way less exciting.
It does. And the other team that reports are the Packers, maybe the leading team.
I mean, how are you supposed to compete
You
with
got
that?
A-Rod, and you'd be the number 2 receiver immediately.
Yeah, not the full Seattle number 3 situation.
No.
But
Now
you
you'd
would
have to live in
not.
Green Bay,
Yeah, that's true.
and we got a weirdo coming up at 8 o'clock that loved it, but Odell in Green Bay. Well, he's been in Cleveland, so.
Yeah, it's not so different, I guess.
Yeah.
If I lived in any of those areas, I get real into board gaming. So I feel like you're just locked inside all
Matt used to
winter.
be real into Uno.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Right, you got to do something when you're inside all day.
Yeah.
So we'll watch the Saints situation. It's almost comical though if Kamara's actually hurt. That's just, that's wild. And LSU football news: you can't keep a good game down, Jake. Isn't that what they say? Shout out Leah Van of the Advocate for the reporting. But LSU Bama, ESPN's most viewed college football game this year, making it the most viewed college football game on cable television this year. Average of 5 million viewers, 6 million in the final minute. Audience up almost 20% from last year. Joke's on you, CBS. So people watched, man. Only. So close. I know.
Yeah, because, for a couple of reasons. One, because it's LSU, Alabama. Even if LSU's struggling, that's going to play out. Pros all over the field. And, by the way, please revisit Jimmy Ott saying Damone Clark's not a pro on Friday. Please revisit that. But
I forgot about that.
So that part of it plays.
You have to remember.
But also, everybody wants to see Alabama lose. And there was
yeah.
a chance that they would, so yeah. That's why
Absolutely.
it jumped to 6 million in the final minute.
And the 6 p.m. ESPN slot's a nice slot from
It
a
is.
viewer standpoint. That's always
and
like
you
the
had,
fun game.
you
to
had
watch.
Kirk and,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Fowler on the call.
And Kirk and Fowler are great.
Yeah.
Better than that Alabama punk Reese Davis out of here. Congrats to Jack Mashburn. I missed this last week, but during the bye week, he got a scholarship.
Yeah.
Well earned from Jack Mashburn. Just wanted to put that out there publicly.
I didn't get a chance to watch the TV copy, but they said Herb Street was giving him some love.
Oh, that's good because I didn't watch the TV.
Well, you
copy
probably
either.
watched it without volume, though.
I
You were
watched.
Don Juan's, right?
Well, yeah, Don. Yeah, exactly. And then when I rewatched it, I watched. Ever since we got that all 22. Ooh, I will never go back. Cordell Flott returned to practice yesterday wearing a gold jersey, so that's good news. A bunch of guys in gold jerseys, so a little banged up, but most of those guys should play, right? Chasen Hines was not one of them. He was out. Marlon Martinez filling in for him at right guard. Mason Smith remains out as well. And LSU basketball news. The season starts and the General and Company blow out ULM 101-39. Well, damn. Darius Days, a career high 30 points. 8 of 9 from 3. I would say he's leading the country, but I guess there's probably some people that are like 2 of 2 out there, percentage-wise. 8 of 9 from 3, 11 of 13 from the field, 6 boards as well. Efton Reed goes for 16 and 6. Cincy transfer Terry Easton goes for 11 and 10. Just a dominant night of basketball from the men.
I mean, from the get-go, too, there was no waiting around. I mean, this team, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And, look, I realize what UL Monroe is. They were 7-19 last year, and I get all that. That's fine. I don't care because 101-39 in major college basketball, I mean, that's just an explosive performance. And obviously Adam Miller went out with a torn ACL. You're wondering, okay, well, what's this roster going to look like? And you always wonder, too, and I can't wait to ask Will about this, when you're putting freshmen and transfers together along with the Darius Days, how's all that going to mesh together, right? That's always a big concern, chemistry and stuff, and Will does a fantastic job with it, but didn't look like it was hurting last night.
No. Really just a fantastic start on the men's side. On the women's side, a similarly great start as they dominate Nichols 82-40. Now, you mentioned doing it from the beginning, Jake. This was actually a bit of a slow start, making that 82 scoreline all the more impressive.
Scored 12 in the first quarter, right?
12 in the first, and then 70 over the final three quarters. Kayla Pointer becoming just the fourth recorded, the fourth triple-double in LSU history. 16 points, 13 assists, 11 boards. First one since 2010. Shout out, Kayla Pointer.
Yeah, that's a big stat when you've got people that from your program are going to be in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got two in Simone and Fowles that for sure will be in the Hall of Fame. So,
and then shout out to Hannah Gusters, one of the Baylor transfers, led LSU in scoring with 19 on the night. New Orleans Pelicans will be back in action tonight. Thunder at Pell, 7 p.m. Smoothie King Center. You could probably get some really cheap tickets if you're just looking for something to do tonight. Just go, I don't know, go hang out for a couple hours, drink some beers, talk to other Pelicans fans about why the hell they won't say what's going on with any of the injuries. Is there any update on the Brandon Ingram situation there, Mario?
So he hasn't played since October 29th. He continues to be day-to-day. Right hip contusion, from what I read, is usually like a 2 to 4 week injury. So hopefully sometime soon.
Aren't football a two-play injury?
Yeah, I was about to say, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully they win tonight. The losing streak is at 7, and the next six games after OKC, Brooklyn, Memphis, Washington, Miami, LA Clippers. You could be looking at a franchise record losing streak. The record's 13. They're at 7 now, so I'm really hoping they can win tonight.
I mean, dude, if you're going to do it, what does one win mean tonight? You might as well go all the way and just do it.
And this is kind of apples and oranges here, but going back to our LSU versus the Pelicans comparison, Eric Gaines had 10 points off the LSU bench yesterday. In the Pelicans' last game against the Mavericks, their entire bench had 10 points.
Their entire bench?
I knew.
Yes.
Like the full length of it?
Yes. As in Jackson Hayes had 10 points. Najee Marshall, Kyra Lewis, Thomas Sadaransky, Trey Murphy had 0 points.
Yeah, I knew when Mario started that where it was going to end up, even though without knowing it. Oh, man.
Eric Gaines isn't even a scorer. I can't.
Yeah, it is, It's interesting. Very rare. The same way that it's very rare to find yourself it's a part of a championship team, it's also like just as rare to find yourself literally supporting the worst team. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of fascinating in some ways. I don't know why the Pelicans...
Which part of it? Fascinating.
To me, it's fascinating because, well, first off, to see how the team responds to it, right? And right now, I think they're failing miserably. And granted, probably there's nothing you can do because you're losing so much, but they just feel more closed off and kind of private and quiet than ever, and it's definitely not helping in the situation. It's not engendering any goodwill, not making anybody want to come out. Sport team. It's fascinating because you kind of watch these players try to navigate who still plays hard. I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's fascinating the way that a bad accident is, right? When you drive by something, you're like, oh my God, look at that car. I hope everybody's okay.
And the traffic's bad because everybody's slowed down and looking.
Rubbernecking.
This is more of a rural accident. I don't think there's a lot of traffic. I don't think that's necessarily the issue.
Oh,
it's like if you drove by me and my wife when she got that accident back then. We were by Bunkie, Louisiana.
Oh no, I know where Bunkie's at.
Exit 53. Whoa, weird. Right? How about that? All right, and then finally,
why are you in Bunkie?
I'm driving to
Toledo
Bend.
Yeah.
Driving back actually. And then finally, college football playoff rankings. The top four are as follows: Georgia, Alabama, Oregon, Ohio State. We can talk about more coming up next Off the bench. Those are your headlines. Keep it locked. Share it with your friends.
If you were born to grill, you have to go to Barbecue Guys for all your grilling and outdoor living needs. With the largest selection of top grills and outdoor products and best-in-class customer service, Barbecue Guys has it all. Visit bdqguys.com. That's bdqguys.com. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Go to GEAUXroof.com. That's GoRoof.com. 927-8300 is the number. When you work with Go Roof, what do you get? Say it with me, kids. A beautiful new roof every shingle time. It's a roofing joke. But their business is no joke, okay? So they offer a free professional estimate because all they care about is making sure the community's roofing needs are taken care of. So it doesn't cost you anything up front. You call them up, 978-300. Set up a time. Super easy to do that. You come out of your home and they tell you exactly what's going on. Then you make a fully informed decision about what you want to do next. Get that peace of mind that you're looking for with your friends over there at Go Roof. Obviously, everybody is licensed, bonded, and insured. And they offer a 2-year workmanship guarantee on top of the manufacturer warranty. So they're there for you every step of the way, even after the work is done. Again, 927-8300. When they answer the phone, hit with the roof's up. Go Roof.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law office of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram are now open for business and are ready to serve our customers with disaster relief employee pricing off I-10 in LaPlace. If you need sales, service, or fleet, the crews at Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram are going to do right by you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast.
Join us for Wednesday's Hunt and Hill. How'd the Tigers look in their debut on the hardwood against ULM? We'll talk about Will Wade's team and Ed Ogeron's SEC Media Teleconference. That's all on Wednesday. Hunt and Hill, new to 2 weekdays on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
I'm not the biggest 70s era fan. Y'all know me. I'm definitely more late 50s, 60s, certainly 80s, 90s, 70s is a little bit of a blind spot for me. But I'll be damned if John Travolta didn't make that look cool as hell.
He did. He definitely did. I mean, as the kids say, drip levels out of control.
You think they said that in the 70s?
What would they have said in the 70s?
Groovy?
Or is that more of a 60s thing?
Yeah, I think
it feels a little more
I feel like late 60s, early 70s. I don't know. Some of our more veteran people in the chat, what would they have said in the 70s?
But to your point, whatever you want to call it, right? Swag, Danny, drip, right? On fleet. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
Back in the day? Travolta embodies it all with this walk. Yeah, that is a proud peacock of a walk right there.
Yeah, it is. And the single gold chain.
That is the rooster strutting.
The one with a paint can walking.
Yeah, and making it look cool with a paint can. That is fair, right? But that is the rooster walking in front of the hen house clucking. Looking to do something else that sounds like clucking.
All right. Fawn says fly. Fly played in the 70s.
Okay. Oh, was that a 70s thing? Okay, cool.
I don't know. You just said fly.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I know we got
Brian Burgess said groovy was 60s. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Lars says gnarly.
Interesting.
Gnarly? Maybe on the West Coast.
Does Nar go back that far?
I feel like that's 90s.
I have no idea. It feels West Coast. Yeah, I don't know timing wise. Nar's definitely West Coast.
Did people really say tubular, or was that kind of just in jest?
That's West Coast.
That too, I think, was actually said, but I think that was
it's like a surfer thing. Right?
Yeah, like when I was growing up, it was all on the West Coast, and it is a surfer thing because tubular. Because I'm guessing here, I guess, but when you surf, you want to get in the tube, ride the what do they call them? Wait, tunnel? I don't know. None of this matters. All right, let's go ahead and we got a couple different places to start. You want to start with basketball? How'd y'all enjoy the games yesterday, Jake? You're our resident. You and Mario are kind of our resident college basketball guys. I got to be honest. I just watched the highlights. Okay, I did not watch the game yesterday.
I'm proud of you for watching the highlights.
I had I did the Broga last night, and then we'll talk about this during Flestry. But I went home and I watched my first kind of Hallmark-esque movie of the season. Me and the wife did folding clothes stuff. Very good, but we'll get there later. How was the game last night?
The game was great, and like I said, explosiveness is the thing that kind of jumped out to me. I mean, you had so many different guys, right, that can give you that. I mean, you heard Mario talk about Eric Gaines, certainly Pinson, the transfer from Missouri. He gave you 21 minutes. Darius Days is going to be the key. It feels like to almost everything, right? Now there's basketball players on the court that are so talented and they can take over a game. I mean, Reed can take over a game. Easton can take over a game. In Gaines, we saw him last year take over games in spurts. And so they have plenty of guys that can do that. But it almost feels like Darius Days is going to be that guy that if you want to go to the promised land, as far as you want to go type deal, it's going to be Darius Days. Like, you just do not get guys that have been in the same place for 4 years. That just doesn't happen. And good basketball players that have played since they were freshmen, right? You'll get a guy that hadn't touched a court in 2 years. His third year, he is maybe the 7th, 8th guy on the bench. And then his senior year, that's his time to shine. Darius Days has been a player here since he was a freshman. He's been here now 4 years. And that, it feels to me like it's going to go a long way because when times get tough, right, how many guys like that do you have? I think it's what made Alabama good last year. They had guys like that.
Yeah.
They had those older veteran guys that stuck around. They weren't quite ready to go to the NBA. Herb Jones, and guys like that. And so you have a
noted
guy.
Pelican. And
that's the only reason I said his name.
Well, and think about it. I mean, now that you're just laying out in those terms, I guess I just can't help to think back on my own experience and the difference with each subsequent year of college athletics, like that you get under your belt. It's pretty drastic. Like it's hard for me, I guess, to verbalize just how drastic it is in terms of the confidence that you gain, in terms of how much things slow down, in terms of things that maybe used to intimidate you or maybe overwhelm you or just kind of run of the mill at a certain point. And so, it makes you very resilient. And Darius Days is the first 4-year player in the Will Wade era. I mean, already had a lot of hype entering the season, and all he did was increase that hype with his night one performance, which was wild. I mean, of course, you're not going to shoot 8 of 9 from 3 all the time, but the fact that you can even shoot 8 of 9 from 3 in a competitive game is a hell of a sign.
Yeah, and I felt like the makeup, the length, the rotations, all that felt really smooth for a first game, and something we're going to ask Coach Will Wade in about 5 minutes. Going to ask him about the chemistry and coming together and putting all these different pieces together, because you do have a Darius Days, you've got Pinson, who's a transfer, you got multiple transfer portal guys, you've got guys that were highly recruited, 5-star high school players that are going to be asked to play right away. You're gelling all these people together, right? And the chemistry from game one, and again, I know it's game one, I realize it was ULM, but everything looked crisp.
Yeah.
Right? The rotations and the spacing and where everybody was, and everyone seemed to understand their role, and that's a good sign to be in a first game.
Yeah, so, I mean, exactly. So if somebody's like, oh, it's ULM or whatever, I think the way to approach that idea is that, okay, you have an expectation level based on whatever the level of competition is. Within that expectation level, LSU beat this team about as badly as you could have, right? Like, of course, you were always going to blow them out, but there are levels to everything. And this was them achieving that kind of max level. I mean, you hold them under 30% shooting from the field. You almost triple them up scoring-wise. Yep. Like, so, yeah, not good competition, but you did the most that you could against said bad competition. And that, I think, is a huge positive. Mara, how'd you feel watching the game, man?
Well, the line was 20 points, so they covered and then some.
Wow.
That was 20.
Yeah.
See, that's why they don't college. Vegas doesn't always really have a great read on college basketball.
There's not a blind spot for Vegas, but if there is a little crack that you can kind of look through,
yeah,
it is college basketball. College basketball, and especially at the beginning of the season, Mario probably knows this better than all of us doing early line, that's where you can get them a little bit. Now, it's risky because, like, you'll have Houston went into – who'd they go to overtime with last night?
I don't know.
It was like Hofstra or somebody like that, right? And so you'll get some of that.
Yeah.
But college basketball can be a little bit of a blind spot, and certainly in mid-major basketball.
And I saw it took a last-second shot for Ohio State to win. I can't remember who they were playing. Unranked
Akron.
team. Oh, yeah, I mean, Akron solid, but, unranked. Ohio State's like supposed to be 18th or whatever. So, credit to the boys. Great start. Mara, sorry, any other takeaways from last night?
Darius Days is the story. I mean, 30 points, 11 for 13 from the field, 8 for 9 from 3. That's ridiculous. At one point, he was outscoring ULM by himself, and somebody in the student section held up a sign that said Darius Days 30, ULM 27. And, yeah, he's the story. He's NBA ready, man. Him coming back to this team is huge. That could be what puts LSU over the top.
I agree.
Okay, well, let's talk to Coach Wade about it then. What do you say, boys? Coach Wade, the general, coming up next here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org. If you need any help with any sort of plumbing issues, be it residential or if you're a business owner, commercially, you need an office building, you need your needs met, they have the insurance, paperwork, and personnel to do so. But look, man, the bottom line is that they've been at it for over 50 years, okay? And they're huge now. I just mean in terms of fleet and the area that they serve. And you don't grow over 50 years like that unless your customers are consistently satisfied. I'm one of those satisfied customers. CentralPlumbing.org, 925-8552.
I am as well. I've told y'all the story many times. It was late at night, and the tankless hot water heater at the old house wasn't working. Thought I'm going to have to get a brand new one. That was not the case. It was just a very small part. When the other company actually told me I needed a brand new system, was a small part. They fixed it. We had hot water in like less than 90 minutes. 225-925-8552. CentralPlumbing.org. CentralPlumbing.org.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my 4 boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
Thanks, you're ready. Yardbirds up. Veggies in the window.
Barbecue guys, born to grill.
Pops, how many steaks you want?
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
Service Mastery Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Mastery Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Mastery Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Join us for a Wednesday edition of Early Line as we start looking ahead to this weekend's slate of games in college and pro football, recap the LSU basketball season opener, and preview LSU football's matchup with Arkansas. Join us, 2 p.m., 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All around the world. To the beach, y'all. Let's go. All around the world. Y'all know this is so that.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What up, y'all? Welcome back. OTB. Well, damn, I would say the boys played some basketball last night. Start the season 101-39. Behind Darius Days dropping 30 right now. It is my pleasure to welcome in the man himself, the general. He wants you in the number. Talking about Will Wade, head coach of the LSU basketball team. Coach Wade, what's going on, man? Thank you so much.
I'm doing great, guys. How we doing?
We're doing great. It was a hell of a start to the season. I think you saved our producer Mario's life. He has to talk about the Pelicans every day. He was like, it's so weird watching competent basketball where you think your team's going to win. So, I thank you. You have severely helped his mental health.
He's in a much better mood this morning than he normally
thank
is.
you, Coach.
glad I could help. I've watched a couple of the Pels games myself, so hopefully they'll improve when they get some of these guys back. But limited options right now.
Yeah, okay, look, so they're missing their big guys. Your big guy went off last night. Darius Days, 8 of 9 from 3, 30 points. I wanted to talk about it from this perspective. You can get into the performance too, though, Coach, but fifth year at LSU now, this is the first guy that's been around all 4 years, right? And it's something that's rare and rare in college basketball nowadays for a player of his caliber. But here's a guy that has been this entire time with you. What does Days kind of mean to you, and what can you say about that performance last night?
First about the performance, the number one thing it did was he scored a lot of those at the beginning of the game. We were just a little bit jittery. We had a bunch of new guys out there, and Penson got in some foul trouble early, and he's our other, veteran. And so I thought Days is, not only did he score it and went crazy, but he did it at a time that allowed our other guys to settle into the game a little bit and just settled down because we were a little bit jittery and they wanted to play so well and do so well. I thought it was really, really timely what he did. And, he came back for reasons like this. To Days' credit, I got choked up talking about him in front of the team the other day, and I'm not the most emotional guy. But, he had to he sacrificed a lot those first 3 years for our team. He's a hell of a player now. I mean, he showed it last night. Now, he handled the ball a little bit. He beat him off the bounce. He's got a great post game. Teams are going to start switching. We've been working on that for 3 weeks, knowing that teams are going to take some stuff away with switching, and he's going to have to go down to the post and score on smaller guards. And then you obviously saw the shooting aspect last night. But he's a tremendous player. He knows everything that we want to do. He knows how we want to do it. He does everything right on and off the court. He's just a team guy and wants to win. And he's part of the reason we've got really good cohesion this year. We've got really good rhythm to what we do. And I say all the time, he knows what good looks like. I tell our guys that all the time. He knows what good looks like. Ask him if that's done at a championship level. If it's not, we're going to redo it. And, he knows what it looks like. He knows what it's supposed to look like. He knows how you got to prepare. And so he's been just tremendous for us. And this is why he came back, is where he could be one of the focal points of what we're doing and have a career season.
And I'm sure having him there every day, when you talk about having all these new guys, and we were talking about before you came on, Coach, you do have, transfers coming in. You got very talented high school players coming in, and you've really got this new group. Now, you've got some other players that were here a year ago, Wilkinson, Eric Gaines, those type of players. But having Darius Days really be the glue to try to get all these different personalities together and the chemistry of this basketball team, is that something that y'all have been continuing to work on, knowing you have so many different pieces than you had a year ago?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time just working on, making sure we've got good cohesion to what we're doing and we're really connected. We spent a lot of time on that, probably more than we have on any other year. And Days has been a huge part of that. Xavier Penson's the same way. Penson's been huge. He's been a part of teams that maybe aren't as cohesive, and he wanted to be a part of a tight knit group, and he's really helped us with that as well. And then we got good players. Anytime you get a 5-star like Efton Reed, who's a phenomenal talent, 7 of 10 last night from the field, and he's as humble and as hardworking and as good of a person as you'll ever meet. So anytime you got guys like that are really talented, but also, really humble and about all the right things, it helps with all that. But Days and Penson are certainly the leaders, along with Mwani Wilkinson, on the team, and making sure that we're connected and doing what we need to be doing.
Coach, it's kind of interesting because something that I was struck with the SC Media Days on the football side of the equation, Kirby Smart was talking about how last year at Georgia in the exit meetings, things players kept saying is through COVID, they kind of felt really disconnected from each other and everything, right? So they hit this message of togetherness, and they sacrifice some practice time, some workout time, go do stuff. They really try to forge these bonds. So not only did you have the COVID thing, but like you said, you're bringing all these new characters. So that's the kind of who of how this team came. But how? What about the how? How did you? Or was there an emphasis on trying to forge those bonds off the court as well as on?
Yeah, we did some of that. So all summer and all preseason, we called it Team Tuesdays. And so on Tuesdays, we basically didn't do basketball, and we did some sort of team building activity. It would alternate every other week. For lack of a better term, one week we'd kind of go do something fun or go do something a little bit off campus or somewhere else. And then the next week we would do it in more of a classroom setting where I would get up and talk about stuff and we'd get to know each other. Or Bruce Buggs, one of our he helps us with our team building. He's one of our psychologists, but he helps us with our team building. He would do a presentation, and we would go through some things. So we kind of alternated one week to the next week. We went and played wiffle ball at the indoor softball field, Coach Torino, that one time. So we took him to an arcade. We did some team dinner. Just different things. We would alternate back and forth between those two things, and I think that really helped our guys get to understand each other, get to understand me, And I thought that was, I think that's been valuable for us.
Hey, Coach, one of the first times I got a chance to really sit down and talk with you, you and I were both on a plane to Dallas. I think it was the LSU-Miami game. We were doing a coach's caravan, but it was fascinating to me hearing you talk about scheduling non-conference games and what that meant to the season and trying to put together the best possible schedule that you could. And I know last year probably had to be difficult for you because there's a reason that you wanted to have these games in the certain moments, and with COVID, it was very difficult. And this year, I see you Belmont, Liberty, a Louisiana Tech team that's going to challenge for the Conference USA. Lipscomb is on the schedule as well. I know last year that had to be tough for you, but this year it seems like you've got those teams ready to go. They're going to challenge your basketball team and also, be quality wins if you're able to get the W.
Yeah, I talked to the team about that last night. Texas State returns 4 of their 5 starters on Friday, and they won the Western Division in the Sun Belt. Like, we're stepping up in class. It's going to be a massive step up in class. They're really good. They play at one of the slowest tempos in the country. They have the 12th best defense in the country. It's like I told the guys, I turned the page last night. I was up, most of the morning watching film on them and trying to get ready for them. So, we got to turn the page quick, and we're hitting some of these, the Texas States, like you said, the Liberties, the Belmonts. Ohio beat Belmont last night. Ohio's going to be tremendous in the MAC. They're going to be one of the top couple teams in the MAC. Like you said, Louisiana Tech and Lipscomb with the A-Sun will challenge at the top of the A-Sun with Liberty. So, yeah, we're hitting our stride with some of these really, really, they're challenging games. They're tough games to win at home. But if you can win them, it really helps your numbers at the end of the season. So, be a big challenge. With Texas State, their point guard, their shooting guard, and their 4-man are all 3 all league caliber players. They've got a highly recruited transfer who I know from back in Georgia, and so it'll be a big challenge on Friday. But this is what you have to do if you want to build a good resume.
Well, and we all know how much of a scheduling fanatic you are in terms of putting the team in the best position. But it's when you talk about game film, right? I've always heard of burn the tape film when things go badly. Is it possible that there's like a burn the tape from when it goes as well as it did last night? Or how much time do you spend on it with a team? How do you critique a game like last night where you just, absolutely run away with the thing?
Well, we'll go over a couple things. I thought our ball movement on offense was really good. We valued the ball well. Their point guard, number 3, he was top 20 in the country last year in steal rate. And that's impressive. He got over 2 steals a game. He was great at swiping down at the ball, put a huge emphasis on ball security. So there's a couple of times we did a good job against him. So we'll show some of the good offense, some of the flow on offense, just some of the details. We free throw X every time. Tari got 1 rebound. We're in position to get 3 or 4 more free throw offensive rebounds, like little stuff like that. If we can keep doing that, that'll help us. That'll help us win. So we'll show some of those details, especially offensively. Defensively, we gave them 6 points on where we didn't secure the ball on loose balls. We were trying to dribble to control, which I hate. Gave them 6 points on that in the first half. So, we got to clean that up. We fouled them too much in the second half. We got to work on getting our foot out of bounds on these baseline drives. We met them outside the red zone, but we got to be we got to be about another half foot over so we can cut these guys off. So we'll show some of those clips and work on that, and then we'll certainly show some of the clips of our press. We left some things out there in the press. I thought our ball pressure and our hand activity wasn't as good as it can be. So there's plenty of things we can improve on, and we'll show that, and hopefully we'll be better on Friday.
This Friday coming up, Texas State, 7 p.m. in the PMAC. It's going to be rocking. Coach Wade, how's the crowd? Anything you say to the fans, the students, anything to get ready for Friday?
Oh, it was awesome. I thought that we had over 2,000 students there. I thought they were tremendous. I think anytime, the student section sets the tone for the whole, for the entire stadium or entire arena. You look at football with the way the student section's been. And with us last night, they were awesome. I was so excited to see them, and they were all the way up to the top. I thought our fans were great. Had just under 10,000 in there.
That's right.
And hopefully they saw a team that it plays really, really hard. They play together, man. They play for LSU. They love LSU. They love playing for LSU and playing for Louisiana. And we played pretty smart. I mean, I talk all the time about play hard, play smart, think team. And smart to me is playing with attention to detail. I thought we had pretty good attention to detail last night. There's some things we need to, we're going to need to clean up. But I thought overall our attention to detail was pretty solid.
Coach Will Wade, the man, coach of the winningest team in the SEC over the past 3 years. Hell of a start last night. Coach, thank you so much for coming on this morning, man.
Come on, guys. Boot up.
Let's go.
Boot up. 101.39 again, 7 p.m. this Friday night. Text Save. You want to check that out if you're not going to some random country music fest. When we get back.
Said to the guys going like some random, what was it last weekend?
What was
Orchestra
last weekend?
deal, maybe?
My God. We never even talked about the symphony. You can talk about it a bit next. Yeah. It was fantastic. I was wrong about a major detail, though. Hear about it next.
Tease.
On Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
It's like the answer's not going to be exciting at all, but you should still stick around.
But
to hear
All-Star
about
will be exciting, right?
Yes. All-Star is always exciting because, well, I mean, look, for a few reasons, right? First off, I love the staff. Like, I just love the people that work there. Everybody that I've ever worked with helped me find my vehicles. Whether maybe Tom Wagsack in the service department, you got Miss Lisa Sessions in the rental department, like just great people top to bottom over there at All-Star. So I think that's where it starts, right? Then you get into how they treat their customers, the service, the Toyota Care warranty that you get on new and Toyota certified used vehicles, the rental prices. I mean, everything, Jake. It's right there off of Airline. Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
Yeah, don't be overwhelmed. T-Bob mentioned all the things that they do, and it is a very large dealership, but because of the people that they have, like T-Bob mentioned, you're going to drive up and be helped right away. You're going to know exactly where you stand, which is in good hands with Allstate. So go All-State. How about that? All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hunt and Hill, The Early Line. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
It is not too late. You can enroll today at ITI. Winter classes start November 17th. Our industry-driven curriculum will put you on a new career on a fast track. Enroll today for a better life.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Wednesday's Hump Day AFR presented by Pluckers. Russ Mitchell previews the weekend ahead in the SEC. We'll recap LSU, ULM, and hoops. And it's a Whiskey Wednesday. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Wow, 70s theme continues today. All right, dude.
Okay.
So I made a list of all the lingo that our listeners gave us earlier. We got way cool, helter skelter, which I thought was more 60s. Out of sight, dynamite.
Ooh,
there you go.
I think that.
Far
You're
out.
looking dynamite.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I was thinking. I couldn't get there, though.
Far out is in there. That's
I had my
out of
CAT
sight.
scanned yesterday, and my brain's not just fully not firing off.
Football sucks in some ways. That's so boss. Hip, smooth, dig it. And it seems like maybe cool. Like, as crazy as it sounds, like that, I think just cool. Maybe started being used in the 70s. Which is weird to think about, right? Because cool's a word that is so ubiquitous and just like out there that I just always figured that it was just like.
No. I mean, because Dazed and Confused would be a whole lot cooler if you did.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
So,
and I guess it's true. I think about the 60s. I don't know if I see people in the 50s or 60s saying cool. Maybe I'm wrong, but that one stood the test time. Cool has made it. I would say. No, so.
Because like was it Adam Sandler?
Popstar? The movie? Like the movie Popstar?
No, I was saying the meme, like cool.
That's
from that Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
9-9?
2 nines. I've never seen it. I've heard it's pretty funny.
I just know the meme.
So last Friday,
Is it
though,
a GIF?
I did go to the Symphony. And the major detail that I got wrong, remember, I was like, it's in the brand new building. It's going to be awesome. It's not in the new building. Building doesn't open until January. Now, it looks incredible. The building is going to be awesome, but it was in the River Center. They're still kind of on the road just because of COVID and everything delayed the construction so much. I can't wait for the new building, but I will say this, man, what a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. It's also the first Symphony that I've been to that wasn't explicitly nerdy, right? Like I've only been to like sci-fi nights or John Williams nights, stuff like that. And I told Danny this when me and my young Mexican boyfriend saw John Williams live, like that was it. Like I never need to go to another one of those again. So now I'm branching out, and I heard some original pieces that the orchestra had commissioned for themselves back in like the 70s, 80s, and it was great, man. It's like my wife said, not only was it super fun, you just sit there and to just basically chill for 2 hours and not have to think about anything, not looking at your phone, basically getting like a brain massage for like 2 hours, like talking about the music, having fun. It was just, having a couple drinks. Just really a fantastic time. I zeroed in on the guy playing the triangle though, because
you got locked.
Well, it's weird to think about like rising up in the triangle game, isn't it? And I know it's because you play more than just that, but like
rising up in the triangle game.
You had to play the triangle better.
Are
than
you first chair triangle?
Yeah, like you had to play it better than everybody else.
Yeah.
And some of these at times he'd be hitting it so fast, and I was like, how do you hit it that fast, but with the exact right consistent pressure every single like but like it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So also first time I ever seen a concert pianist, and that was awesome. Like a true concert pianist who's just like tearing it down. That was crazy too. So I mean just a wonderful time. I'm in love. Support the arts, my friends. Can't wait for that new building. If you're the triangle player, you did an awesome job
hitting it fast
and consistent. Exact right pressure.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Ochsner.org. Speaking of consistent, top-notch, first chair, all words that would describe the service that you get from Ochsner for all of your orthopedic needs. Now, look, if you're an athlete out there and you want to get bigger, stronger, faster, you want to go into Ochsner, okay? Check out Ochsner Performance Training, OPT. They got it at Baton Rouge, at the Grove, New Orleans. And in this training, I mean, wait till you see the facilities. You are doing, Jake, the exact same things that major college and professionals do. In fact, a lot of times you may be training alongside those guys. Bigger, stronger, faster, Ochsner's got your back. Any recovery, though, anything orthopedic, again, they have the best ORs, the best pre-op rooms, the best post-op rooms, the best physical therapy facilities staffed with the best physical therapists. That's why the Saints, the Pelicans, the LHSA, everyone trusts Ochsner. I do. You should as well. Go to Ochsner.org today.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. But then you came along.
There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my four boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Front to Back Boat Service has been family owned and operated for 30 years. And the Sherman family is NMEA certified. That's the National Marine Electronics Association at Front to Back. They are committed to improving the safety and technology of marine electronics through installer training, interface standards. And look, the fall and the winter, it's the perfect time to do that yearly maintenance you've been putting off. Get those parts you've been wanting. So schedule your appointment today at Front to Back, North Airway off of Airline Highway.
During these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person, connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Ochsner, and we will not slow down. Ochsner Health, innovating healthcare.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers.
Good morning, everybody. It's 8 a.m. on Wednesday, November 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see cloudy skies with a high of 75. In case you missed hour 1 of the show, including our conversation with LSU men's basketball coach Will Wade, you can now catch that up at the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. Coming up on OTB, Matt Flynn is officially here for some flestering And we had the latest edition of Would You Rather Wednesday coming up at 8:15. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. I promise I won't crack anymore. Or you can watch us live on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Please remember to like and share, and you can also check us out on Your View. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Hello. I hope you are having a wunderbar Wednesday, wherever you are at. This is Off the Bench. T-Bob, Jake Danny Mario, and now Matthew Flynn.
Hello.
What's up, Matt? Welcome.
Thank you for having me today.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Every Wednesday.
Yep.
They said, is Matt coming? I said, it's Wednesday. He comes every Wednesday, and T-Bob goes,
Well, we talked to
I talked to him on Tuesday.
Yeah,
and he did say he was coming.
Just talked to Therese.
Therese, elite dance school.
I was a little surprised this morning when I woke up and realized it was Wednesday.
Didn't feel like it, you know.
So I left the house like 2 minutes later than I usually do, but it made me like...
You made it?
6 minutes later.
No, you made it, though. It doesn't matter.
I did make it.
You made it. You're all's well that ends well.
Yeah,
and
you're here by the time the camera went on.
We'll see if that
hour.
remains true by the end of this
I think
hour
it's
of
been
flustering.
I think it's probably been like 4 months since I've even sniffed being late.
No, you're good.
That is true. You've been on a hotter. You've been on a heater. Hotter.
On a heater.
Hotter?
On a hotter.
Speaking of hotter, who's in hotter water than Aaron Rodgers? Okay, it's time to finally do it. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and his decision not to vaccinate for the rest of this hour. Are you ready to get into it? Are we finally ready to broach this subject? Nobody's talking about it, okay? There's a lot of unclaimed.
Heard it here first, people.
A lot of unclaimed real estate here. I think it's finally time to dive right in. No, I'm kidding. Nobody turn off your radio. Chill. We're just kidding around a little bit. We will talk a little Alabama. I do want to talk about Love Hard, the new #1 movie on Netflix, because I thought it was not that I trust the Netflix top 10. In fact, nothing probably makes me distrust democracy more than the Netflix top 10, because it's just makes you think about what appeals to us, and I guess it's kind of in line with that. But it was a fun Hallmark-esque Christmas rom-com to start the season. It put me in a very good holiday mood. Are you a Hallmark or Lifetime movie fan at all?
I don't know if you got a chance to listen to the show yesterday.
Where am I?
But here's what we did. Like, someone asked a question. It was a mailbag segment. They asked a question about a Hallmark movie, if, Team OTB was a part of one. So we gave everyone characters, and we started to really kind of go with it and build a little bit of a script, okay?
I mean, at the end of the day,
no.
It's a Sweet Home ripoff, but that's fine.
I've never really seen that, so I can't go with you on that one. But we haven't found a role for Matt yet.
Drunk uncle?
Drunk uncle.
Okay, Danny's the boyfriend back home already, right?
I do like drunk uncle.
I'm liking Matt as our female lead's brother. We just have to decide if we make him into a.
Who's the comic relief? Yeah.
I'm the comic
You're
relief
like
best friend.
I'm a
firefighter.
Yeah.
You're the firefighter.
Yeah,
in Bossier City.
No, Shreveport.
In City, yeah.
It's the Red River splits there. I'm not from Bossier. I'm from Shreveport. Tiger Stadium's not in Port Allen.
Port City is what I meant. From the Port City.
Okay. All right. I don't know.
No, I think you should be the female lead's brother. Now we just have to figure out, is he an antagonistic brother that's kind of messing with you all the time? Is he kind of a fun brother maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Are you like Derek from Step Brothers with you and your family, or maybe something more, or maybe you're like a protective older brother that like Jake has to like pass your test in order to be accepted into the family. Again, we can take a workshop. Yeah. I don't know. Do you like Hallmark movies though, Matt? During Christmas, do you ever? I mean, is this a guilty pleasure that Lacey or your family engages in? I find that my wife generally kind of keeps it on almost like Christmas music during the season as a little bit of background noise, and it's nice to kind of dip your toe into some mindless fodder every now and then.
It's not really a tradition for us to keep like the Hallmark channel on. Now we keep on like it's still weird for me to say Freeform channel because in my mind it's ABC Family. But
is that what Freeform is?
Yes.
I've never known what Freeform was. That's where it came from.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's ABC Family, but yeah, we usually just keep it on Freeform. I'm not hating against the Hallmark.
Exactly.
I think there's good stuff.
Maybe we're getting too married
background fodder.
Maybe we're getting too married to the Hallmark.
Too married to the Hallmark.
I'm
maybe,
saying the cheesy.
But Can't Hardly Wait
archetype.
can't come on Hallmark. It's coming on Freeform if you wait long enough.
That's true. You're gonna get a little bit higher tier of movies probably on Freeform, just a little bit better. But I'm talking about your just traditional, formulaic, cheesy, big city. You know what guy they're gonna end up with at the end. It's not gonna be the hot guy. It's gonna be like the underserved guy, kind of. It's just. There's something nice about it, man.
There's some sort of family caroling at the end.
Yes, exactly. Now, and when it's well
somebody
executed,
in the family plays piano,
which I thought Love Hard was really well executed. Fun to watch with your wife.
Spencer says Terrio would be the preppy antagonist. Moscona is his chuckling background posse. There's no doubt that'd be like, yo, get him right. Yeah, right. You said that.
Yes.
Oh, that's, without question, that's his role.
judging everybody for putting whiskey in their eggnog.
Well, and he so remember she comes back from the big city. She comes back from New York, back home to Shreveport, and then Moscona and Terrio would be actively pursuing her while you're doing more of like a nice guy routine.
Right. I'm just the firefighter.
And maybe at first she kind of starts to lean towards Terrio, but in the end she sees like you're like heart of gold, right? Yeah. I don't know, maybe does she get caught in a fire? That might be a step too far. We'll continue to write this later. Matt, what do you think about the Alabama game?
LSU, Bama?
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts?
I do have thoughts.
Yeah, I know you do because I was having conversations with you during the game.
So I was, we had some people over at the house to watch the game, having a few seltzers, some dinner. Like really was, looking forward to just hanging out, maybe talking about the world problems.
Mm-hmm. Do you casually drink seltzers now? I'm just curious. This is not from a poison judgment. I'm just
Vizzy hard seltzer.
I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it's a Vizzy hard seltzer. If you were drinking a seltzer, but if you are sitting down to watch a football game, what are you reaching for?
I'm not paid by anybody. I was drinking Onda's tequila seltzers.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Tequila seltzers.
Delicious. You can get them at Calandra's.
I'm intrigued.
It's orange can.
I'm intrigued.
Delicious.
What comes in it besides tequila?
Flavor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what flavor are we talking? Like, is it like a margarita flavor?
So there's
like
a watermelon flavor, there's a lime flavor, a grapefruit flavor, and a blood orange flavor.
I don't know about this, dude. This sounds like a bad time.
It's pretty incredible.
I don't know.
That's great.
So that's your casual drink of choice, though. When watching the game.
Like, what do you mean? What do you call casual?
Like I'm sure that Jake is reaching for a Coors Light where the mountains are blue straight out the ice chest and just kind of popping that top a little bit.
Yeah, so I don't know why. I've just kind of I go in phases. Like I go in like iced coffee phases. I go in seltzer phases, and I'll go back to beer, and I'll go back to hot coffee.
Definitely.
Like it just ebbs and flows,
I completely understand that.
Watching the game, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sit here and drink me a handful of these things, and we're gonna have a good time, just talk about things. Maybe we'll play some games. The kids are running around. Second quarter comes around, I'm like, damn it! I'm like, they're gonna make me get into this game. They're gonna make me get emotional here. I don't want to.
I know.
Like I was emotionally detached from the game. Wanted to watch it, see some execution, maybe pick out a few plays I could talk about on the show, so I act like I watched it.
Yeah, right.
Makes sense.
But all of a sudden, I got kids running around, and I'm like screaming the F word during the game, like
fart.
Yep.
Yeah. Frick.
We did have fajitas.
Another F word that I love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of my favorite ones.
Best fajitas. Like what do you like? I like a surf and turf. I like a little shrimp and steak. Gotta go shrimp and steak.
I'm not going just one protein on a fajita.
Yes.
You're an amateur if you do that.
I agree.
So chicken, steak, maybe get the shrimp, but the shrimp, they always give you the shrimp, and then you gotta like kind
You gotta peel them
of
off.
you gotta bend them back in half and make them a little straighter.
Combo fajitas. Can't have money.
How about I don't know. I don't think
they got it. They got it.
I don't know.
Did y'all get it?
Dude.
Yes, Danny. Yes, Mario. Yes, thank you.
You know what really pisses me off when you go to a Mexican restaurant and you order combo plates.
Yeah.
This could happen at some hibachi places, some fajita. Like you order the combo stuff, you pay extra because you want combo, right? You want more. You're getting double the meat.
Yeah.
but they give you the same amount of meat.
Yeah, they
it's
just
just
split it.
less of everything.
Yeah, that is kind of
pisses
BS,
me
isn't
off.
it?
It really pisses me off.
I don't
because the
that
price
might be the most passionate thing I've ever seen you.
The price is higher.
The price is higher. Sometimes almost double the price.
Well, that's crazy.
And then they're just giving you the same ounces of protein, just two different ones.
If it was
like
a price,
it didn't cost you any. Like,
That's
give
the
me
thing.
more.
If it was a price change that reflected maybe like a higher quality of meat being out of the combo, then like $1 or $2, I get that. But if you're doubling up and not giving more meat, I mean that's
maybe if they're if getting the chickens $14.99, getting the steaks $14.99, and the combos $14.99. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Same amount of meat,
Yeah.
but not if it's $22.99 for the combo.
Yeah, that's morally wrong.
Pisses me off.
Ethically as well.
Yeah.
When you make your fajitas,
Mm-hmm.
do you start? I mean, I think I hold these truths to be self-obvious. You start with a smear of beans, right? I mean, that's if you're not doing that, I'm sorry, but I'm not. Y'all need to start. You get your spoon. You do a little line of beans down the middle because that's your little glue base. That's going to hold everything together. You go beans, then you go rice. Then we get into our protein. Then we get into our onions and whatever else you want to put on top. Maybe sprinkle a little something over the top. But the base of beans will change your fajita structural integrity if you haven't done that before.
I'm going to strongly disagree because I don't like beans. Beans also piss me off.
The old magical fruit. I go rice.
I don't like
First
beans.
layer
Yeah,
for
you
me
go
is rice.
Yeah, beans, then the rice. The rice sticks to the beans.
No
Refried
beans, buddy. No beans.
Y'all are
refried
saying no
beans.
beans.
No
They
beans.
kick the beans out.
What do y'all have pallets of 6-year-olds? Like, what are y'all talking about here? No beans.
No, I mean, I go guac. I go onions.
So I go
plenty of
guac
things
first.
on
I
there.
go the line of
Ooh,
guac.
That's good. That's
Because
a good one.
again, it's like the glue. It does paste it down. Then I go the meat on top.
Danny, can we get a?
good
Can we get a?
guac.
Look, guac sour cream. Obviously, that's everything.
Ooh,
no sour cream in there for my
Oh my God, Danny, can we get a majority Mexican American opinion on beans or no beans? What do you think? What do you think the majority of Mexican
I
Americans?
think
say?
I'm not the majority for sure.
Beans, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm not.
just wanna- let's-
I understand that I'm.
I go black
in the-
beans over
I'm in the
refried.
minority here that I don't like beans. I get it.
Black beans over refried.
Yeah, black beans is more traditional.
Yeah, I like beans. I just don't like them on my fajitas.
Yeah.
Looks
You're
like I've got a little bean on my face.
You're such a sheep.
Now I'm going to start ordering them. Danny, if I get my fajitas, I want to do them super traditional. I need to get black beans. Do I need to get corn tortillas as well?
Ooh, I love it. I go corn. I go
With
corn.
fajitas?
I go
Oh,
corn.
fajitas.
Corn
no,
tortillas are really, really underrated.
Corn tortillas are great.
Yeah.
But is it with tacos traditionally when you get them?
Corn tortillas?
Yes.
It's good for like small tacos. So
Okay.
You can, like,
It's like street tacos.
Yeah, street
Are,
tacos.
are fajitas like a Tex-Mex invention? Is that like traditional Mexican food?
Yeah, it's Tex-Mex. Yeah.
Yeah. So then it would be the flour tortilla.
It would be. It does sound like maybe it's flour tortilla. At that
So
point.
is it? Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, I feel like a lot of good work was done here.
Yeah.
In asking about the Alabama game, we have now
we have
litigated-
figured out how to make the perfect fajita.
Perfect fajita. Abide by traditions.
You know what the problem is? If
Seltzers.
you use the black beans, then it's not doesn't act as your paste anymore, as your glue.
It's a
That does
It's on
kind of
top.
change up my entire structural integrity argument if I do switch over to black beans, which.
that's what the guac's got to be the glue.
Well, who's the fat stoner guy on Vice that used to cook all the time, ton of tattoos? I can't remember his name. He's a rapper. This is pointless. When we get back, get your Would You Rather questions. We may do it next, maybe not, but go ahead and start getting them in. I'll start logging them.
I could tell you something about Alabama LSU game.
That's what we're going to
next
do.
time too.
That's what we're going to do when we get back. And
Maybe in 2 segments, maybe 3.
Off the bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
AccuTempBR.com. AccuTempBR.com. All your AC, heating, and electrical needs, you want to go to AccuTemp. It's cold out there, man. I love it. I love it. What that means, though, is you should text the word heater to 31996. Make sure your heater is good to go. If you text the word heater to 31996, you get a $59 tune-up from your friends over there at AccuTemp, okay? And then when you work with them, you're going to see why we're always bragging about the customer experience and the reviews online and everything else. And you're never going to go anywhere else. AccuTempBR.com.
We tell you every day, and y'all know it's true, there's probably going to be a point where you're going to have your heater on and your AC on in the same day, right? So don't shock the system. Go ahead and take full advantage of that $59 deal. They're going to come out. They're going to check your system. Then you're part of the system. Then you're not going to have any worries because of the customer service we tell you about every single day. It's not only us telling you about it. It's thousands upon thousands of reviews on Google. Check it out. AccuTempBR.com. AccuTempBR.com.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law office of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram are now open for business and are ready to serve our customers with disaster relief employee pricing off I-10 in LaPlace. If you need sales, service, or fleet, the crews at Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram are going to do right by you.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
To the heroes who are working tirelessly to care for our communities, we thank you. We will never forget the countless hours you dedicated on the front lines, choosing to risk your own health to fight for our friends, neighbors, and family members.
I mean, you guys are out on the front lines fighting it.
We are grateful for your heroic acts and unwavering spirit. Together, we are overcoming this adversity and make our state healthier and more vibrant again. Ochsner Health.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
That asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Tonight, we invite you to celebrate life, wherever and whenever you can, understanding that time is never on our side. Instead, gather up your friends tonight and share a few stories and laughs over a good bottle of wine. Or maybe a family meal that gives everyone a chance to reconnect and remember what's really important, whether it's for a birthday, an anniversary, or simply to remind someone special that they are loved. Rufino's, where Louisiana comes to celebrate life.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my four boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment.
It's round 1 of the Prep Football Playoffs, and we get started Friday night at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Plus, we'll wrap up the night with the Lake Urgent Care Lake After Hours Louisiana Prep Scoreboard Show from 10 to midnight on YouTube, Your View, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Grammy Award winner and international superstar Nelly will be live on Friday, November 19th at the ETEL Center at Lamar Dixon and Gonzalez. Nelly welcomes special guests Harper Grace and Dusty Black, along with DJ SC, keeping the beats rolling between sets. Register now to win tickets to see Nelly at 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.com.
Little Nelly? You should do a Nelly read. Mario saw it, weren't paying attention.
I forgot the .com at the end, but yes.
.com.
Do you find this as funny as I do, Matt, that Nelly's going to Lamar Dixon Center? The Lamar Dixon Expo in Gonzales, Louisiana. Hell yeah.
Last concert I went at Lamar Dixon was senior year of college. I went to the Oktoberfest. And there was a...
You remember how much fun that was?
Oh, yeah, you were there.
We were doing the chicken dance.
Oh, my God. It was awesome. And we
don't do that anymore,
We had the big
dude.
goblets.
Yes, we had the big...
I still can't believe T-Bob found his way into the older crew.
The big giant pints
Weaseled his way into like the senior crew. When
Well,
he was
it was probably Big Chill Will Arnold that got me there. But yeah, remember we were drinking Warsteiner Dunkel.
Yeah, Warsteiner Dunkel.
It was so good. That was like the first experience I ever had with a beer that wasn't whatever, like
Natural Light.
That was like
whatever, like
Milwaukee's
cheap beer
Best.
you could get your hands on.
Wasn't that like it was like the Wednesday or Thursday before the Florida game, I think.
I can't remember that exactly.
Huh?
It was Thursday.
Was it?
It was all kind of a blur of party. I actually went back on Sunday because that Saturday.
I didn't drink beer.
Yeah, no.
Do you not remember because
I didn't drink.
we weren't ever supposed to go out on Thursdays? Like, and Les would
48
have
hour
like
rule?
his minions out there finding at like to see at the bars and different
In
stuff.
2007, the Minions were out because y'all boys were out. And I know because I was a freshman not playing.
he was looking for
and I
people
was
like
tagging,
you.
I was trying
to get there, and like I never like Thursdays. Like okay, whatever. Oh, but on that Thursday, I know you were out. I was out, and the game went pretty well.
Game went pretty well.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
So
that man, that was so much fun.
Yeah, he didn't think to send the minions
like,
to the
surely.
Lamar Dixon Center.
Wait, so I didn't realize though. Is that where we were? I actually because I was so
Lamar Dixon
fresh
Center.
to Baton Rouge, I didn't like.
Because that was like I was like, what's the Lamar Dixon Center?
Wow.
Let's go to Oktoberfest.
And the best part was, I mean, when I tell you that like it was all ages just having a genuinely, sincerely great time together.
It was.
Right? Like you'd be like doing the funky chicken next to like a 75-year-old man.
5 to 105.
Yes.
Let's go.
And then I remember at one point, I think like Will Arnold was just like smashing people in arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Like they were just lining him up and knocking him down.
Like I know that we all have a friend that's really named Bull Hurley, but Will's like actually Bull Hurley.
He
Like from the movie Over the Top.
Okay, that's what I was
Like,
saying.
there we go. We got there.
Yeah. That's where Brandon Hurley got the nickname
Got
Bull
it.
Hurley was
I
from
never
that
knew
movie.
I've never seen Over the Top.
I've never seen Over the Top either.
Oh, okay, there you go. I thought maybe your backwards hat. I thought maybe you
Yeah,
had.
for sure.
I just remember Moffat
of
always
it.
doing that.
I mean,
Moffat always
I don't
turned
think
it
I've
around
ever
back.
watched it cover to cover.
That
I'll say that.
the most surprising thing I've heard today.
You got it through pop culture
T-Bob
osmosis.
not.
See, I'm
No.
actually surprised at myself now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Bull Hurley. So
but
that's
how
Will
come-
Arnold.
That's bull something.
How come nobody
Yeah,
does?
God dang right it is.
Nobody does Beer Fest anymore. It was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
It was an incredible time. And then there used to be another good one. Somebody was telling me about the other day that I don't think goes down anymore. So like anybody who wants to put together a beer fest, it's an untapped market. I actually went back that Sunday.
But is it
Yes.
really?
I mean, bro, that thing was packed all weekend long. I went back that Sunday because Saturday night we were partying after the game, and I broke my mug. I had it on a speaker, and it got vibrated off because the bass was too bumping. And me and my wife went back on just a solo escapade that Sunday to get a new cup and drink more Dunkel and party with more old people.
What, your freshman year you did?
No.
God, I thought I was so worldly. I thought I was
Yes.
so worldly drinking Dunkel.
Me too. Me too.
I was like, God, look at me.
It was fancy.
This is not Natty Light.
This is pre-craft beer, like
I'm like a world traveler.
the internet craft beer scene as much. And so
Yep.
yes, me too. I was like,
I've never seen a beer that's not like yellow.
I would always brag. Yeah, exactly. And then whenever I go to restaurants, I'd be like, do you have any Vorstein or Dunkel? Perhaps? Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Okay, close thing, Natty.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, basically.
Can I see your ID? I left it.
Who knows? Maybe it's our destiny to bring back. Maybe it's our destiny.
No,
to
me,
bring
I
back.
was fine. This one.
Oh yeah, him. He
This
was
one.
12.
What?
I'm saying, but you were young when you got here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I was young.
I was
also,
21 as a sophomore. I mean,
That-
true sophomore.
that was one of the other advantages. Security wasn't too tight on that thing, right? Like it was not. They weren't really worried about it.
Yeah.
Once you got
that's
in the
fine.
building, you could get filled up. Very fun.
Like
Very
in
very
Europe.
fun. Exactly as it should be. Okay. Matt, now you said you had an Alabama thought on the game because we're gonna do Would You Rather next. So at that point, it's done. All bets are off.
I didn't really say like I got any specific thoughts. I
you
was
were
just saying
saying-
like I know you asked me the question, then we started talking about fajitas, rightfully so.
I think my biggest takeaway from this is that I learned a life lesson that I will never forget, which is I will never again be so cowardly and afraid of failing to deny myself what should have been a heartbreaking but incredibly exciting experience.
Sure.
Like I know I told you about a dance school when we were talking the other day, but like I really didn't even realize how close LSU even was or how excited I should have been when it was going on live because I was fighting so hard against hope and happiness. And in the end, on the other side of it, I wasted a great LSU Alabama game. Like completely wasted it. wasted one of those moments to like kind of remind you you're alive. When Pacino's talking about 2 for the money, right? Like it's the losing that makes you know you're so alive. Like, so it was a good learning lesson for me. Never again will I be so scared of failure that I will deny myself all emotion because the boys played great.
Yeah, I don't remember in recent history at least being like so sad after a game than this past Saturday because, like I said, I went into the game just not emotionally into it. Like I wanted to watch it, but I wasn't vested.
Yep.
And then second quarter came around, and I was like, all right, they're going to make me do this. They're going to make me do it. And then all of a sudden, I'm in it, and I was in it.
Yeah.
Second half, I was in it. Like I'm lucky I didn't smash 2 TVs.
Yep.
Like I was in this thing. But, looking back on it, there's a lot of things to be said. But the fact of the matter is Alabama got away with one because LSU couldn't close.
Yeah.
Closing was our problem. Alabama played like if Alabama's going to get got, this was the year to get got, right?
You don't get to steal wins in this series ever.
You don't get
could
to
have
steal. You could have stolen one because they didn't execute
Right.
and they did not play well. Like what is Tuscaloosa radio talking about this week? Like
they're freaking out.
They're freaking out because they played so bad.
Their
Like,
fans after the clock hit 0-0, they were booing.
Yeah,
They were booing. Well, they got the victory. They were booing and talking about fire Bill O'Brien. Like it was
so
weird.
Monday,
no
I would be.
perspective, dude.
This was Alabama players only meeting week. Like they called their players only meeting this week after that game.
Yeah.
So this for LSU, this was the week they threw a stinker out there. We played real. Not. I don't want to take anything away. I say a stinker because in this league, when the talent gap is so narrow, even with a million of our starters out, the talent gap is still so narrow. Like football is just a crazy, like you saw in the NFL, like all the underdogs win in this past week.
NFL was a weird.
Like so, what happens is like if you can create pressure and get to third down, and then on third down you get some stops. It doesn't matter if they drop one or the quarterback makes a bad throw or we get however you stop, and we did that. And in football, that can happen really easily. Like third down's hard to convert. Even if you're the number 1 team the last 15 years of college football, it's still hard to convert, and you still have to do it.
Well, that's the craziest part about this game to me is like I thought, okay, if LSU's going to win, it's going to take some Florida-like weirdness, right? What went down in the swamp last year where you had like the crazy ricochet pick on the sideline where Jay Ward like somehow catches it on his knees, and you have the shoe being thrown, a 57-yarder. Like Alabama's the one that got those plays. And yet it was still only a 6-point game. Like they had touchdown right before half. They opened second half, forcing a fumble, 52-yard touchdown, and yet the game ends 2014. That's what's wild to me.
The defense, like hats off to the defense, the linebacker crew, the front, like they played unbelievable.
Dude, they had 6 rushing yards. Now I know it's sack adjusted, right? But 6 rushing yards for Alabama.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
On 26 carries.
And what makes the game frustrating and what makes the game hard to like say, yes, we did it. Like we don't ever as LSU fans want to cheer for a moral victory. That's not what we do. I'm not about that. Yeah. I'm not going to say great.
Even on the fan side of the equation, you're not about that. Because I do think there's a player and a fan, it can be a bit different.
I don't want to sit here and say, awesome job. We barely lost Alabama. Right. No, because we should beat them every year. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
In my brain. Is that realistic? Hell no, it's not. Of course not. It's just college football.
Well, it was when we were in school.
No big deal.
Yeah. Even we were 3-3 against them. So
It was 4-0.
Yeah.
What was your record against Auburn?
He was 5-0. Matt was
5-0.
against Alabama.
What was your record against Auburn?
2-2.
Like amazing.
Okay.
Probably
4-1.
You play? Oh, because you redshirt. Yeah.
Actually, no. The only the only team we had a losing record to was Arkansas. So that's really sad. That's all you can say. We were 2-3 against
Arkansas. Yeah, keep going.
You're talking about moral victories.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember what I was going to say now.
I mean, look, it's one of those deals where like
you said you're not going to beat them every year, and I made the joke. Well, actually, you did. I did.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, sure, there are no moral victories, but you can be proud of the boys. I mean, they went out there and played a hell of a game.
But what's really frustrating is the reason. All that aside, very proud of how they played. It's awesome. Not going to celebrate a moral victory at all, ever. Because if you look at it, it wasn't that we got out executed. We lost the game because of not executing the basics on offense. That's the way I look at it. The basics, the absolute basics.
Yeah, there's a clock on offense, and if you don't do the things on that clock, you're going to lose. And it's timing. It's knowing when to do things. And a lot of people, so like the interception right before half, a lot of people are like, well, it deflected off someone, he got his hand in there, and then it's a freak deal. I'm like, but you have to understand football, when you throw the ball late or when something's not on schedule, things like that can happen.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about with timing.
And even if a pick doesn't matter in everybody's brain, it changes something in your brain.
Yeah.
Like that's why I always,
it's the only thing you couldn't do in that.
Like I was always frustrated, like throwing Hail Marys at the end of a half. You hate that as a quarterback.
Every
you hate that
quarterback
because
I know hates
they can
that
get
so
picked,
much.
But
Yeah.
even if it doesn't mean anything, they're like, oh, it's just the same as a punt or whatever. Like it's so what they know they got to pick on you. You know, you feel like it changes the mentality a little bit. I get frustrated because we didn't execute the basics. But going into the game, the offense was probably like, all right, we got to do special things to win this game. And so and
then they ended up just like running the ball well.
You didn't have to. All you had to do was execute basic.
See, yeah, that's too slow.
Game.
It's already got to be out. What about?
I see. I don't go back. Can you run that back by any chance? I don't understand. I don't understand the pass. You're running a drive concept and doing out route. Like, what are we doing? I'm sorry.
I know Jake has also expressed some frustration with the route combinations.
This is not a route.
Okay, so again,
now in practice, somebody did like maybe 11 busted. Maybe 11 was supposed to run a go route. He should be running a go route if you're running a drive to it.
And if you're going to run, 2 outs behind there, you're certainly not running a hitch.
Especially on the left hash. Like maybe if we're on the right hash or the middle of the field is fine. But on the left hash, you can't do that.
So the added frustration comes in that Brian Thomas, you're saying, arguably shouldn't even be there. So the player that ends up getting the pick arguably should have been run off.
If you're on the left hash, that receiver should not be there.
Because T-Bob, look, if you're running the go,
yeah, I get it. You want to clear out that area for the crosser.
Not only for that, but if you clear that, you clear that for Jack Besh coming across.
Especially out of a
that just bunches everybody up against
a nasty
pile
split. I call that a nasty split because there's a one receiver on the left side and he's in a nasty split, so he's closer. Like from that, maybe I can see him running a corner. But maybe he has a corner on the X's and O's on the dry erase board, and he thought the guy was over the top, and he broke it off as an out. And maybe that's a button. That's one of those things that you never really know what the coach was. So it might be on Pete's, it might be on 11.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Never know.
Well, we can talk about Max a bit later on as well. It's a bit of an odd situation. We got Would You Rather as well. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to the relaxationcompany.org, brah. Speaking of Gonzalez, while you're out there getting your Nelly on, why don't you go ahead and schedule a time before to go to Pelican Point and Gonzalez and hit up the Relaxation Company, therelaxationcompany.org. You can book online. You can look at all the services that they offer, which I would describe as a plethora. Many. Including a new cryo machine, which is pretty dang interesting, y'all. And you can go consult with them, see what it's all about. Or just treat yourself, go get a simple massage. The Relaxation Company, local, family-owned business, Jay.
Check them out on Instagram. TRC Massage is the handle. There you can find specials, giveaways, and if they have a job opening, they'll post that there as well. They're always updating their Instagram. That's why we give it to you every single day. TheRelaxationCompany.org is the site where you can book your next massage. You can choose from the list of services, which is very long and distinguished, right? And then you get to choose who does that service as well. You'll find all the information on that website. Again, book it today, therelaxationcompany.org.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
Join us for Wednesday's Hunt and Hill. How'd the Tigers look in their debut on the hardwood against ULM? We'll talk about Will Wade's team and Ed Ogeron's SEC Media Teleconference. That's all on Wednesday. Hunt and Hill, noon to 2 weekdays on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back.
Wow.
What?
I just read a cool fact.
Okay.
About a leech.
Mike?
No, a real leech.
A leaf or a leech?
Leech.
Okay.
A leech has 10 stomachs.
Well, Mike Leaf doesn't make sense.
10 stomachs.
No, that's
32 brains.
What?
9 pairs of testicles.
What?
And several hundred teeth.
What?
A leach. One
leech has 32 brains?
What kind of
32
convoluted
brains,
evolution had to
18
take
balls.
place? So I'm saying, what sort of convoluted evolution had to take place to be like, for the survival of our species?
Like, how does
you
this
need 18 nuts?
How does this thing
never
not get
make
Darwined?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, well, I guess
he's got 18 balls.
Well, also their food supply,
never ending.
It's everywhere.
Look at that. How'd you pull it up so fast?
Can you imagine?
This is Danny.
Can you imagine being alive like 14th century? You're deathly ill, and they're like, "Whew, guys, we got to bleed him. His blood's killing him. We got to get as much blood out of this man's body as possible so that he will feel better." I mean, bro, they were still leeching people not long ago.
Which?
I'm pretty sure that was into almost the 1900s, maybe even into the 1900s.
Right.
I don't know for sure.
I'm pretty sure they still do it.
And so I'm certain in certain
maybe in
parts of the
Tyler,
world
Texas, they do. Maybe.
Nothing little couple of leeches can't solve. Get some of them bad humors out your blood.
To immunize you.
That's the worst Texas accent I think I've ever heard.
Well, I was just going as like
wasn't it?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Generic.
Good Texas.
I don't
You have
actually
a better,
know.
you have a better Scottish accent than a Texas accent.
I don't.
It does.
I don't know. I wouldn't know how to do a Texas accent.
Well,
You got to do Hank Hill as your Texas accent.
Damn it, Bobby.
Well, damn it, Bobby. I sell
There you go.
propane and propane accessories.
Okay. Matt, you do a Texas accent.
He's from Texas.
I'm from Texas.
Just talk.
Just give me a few Onda seltzers and it comes out.
All right, it comes out. Because I'm not getting much of an accent now. It seems like you become very wordly and cultured.
I'm very accent neutral. I told you I'm wordly. I drink Dunkels.
Yeah. You lived in Green Bay.
I lived in Green Bay,
which
very
is in
worldly.
Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm. So it's actually part of the continental U.S.
Shout out to Conomowoc.
Yes.
Long way away.
Factually,
Long way
yes.
away.
Yes.
Some people didn't know that.
Let's do a little Would You Rather.
Hey, you didn't know what the UP was, right? Did I hear that one time?
No, that is the Upper Peninsula.
Yeah.
Not to brag.
I think I heard talking about it on a show.
I probably did not know.
Okay, which would you rather be?
Now, what superpower would you rather have?
The question is, would you rather date the blind or the deaf?
Would you rather drown or be burned alive?
Would you rather be overpaid or underrated?
Rather you just said thank you and went on your way.
All right. Would you rather eat delicious fresh corn tortillas or choke down flour tortillas?
Delicious corn tortillas.
If push comes to shove, if I'm being honest, I know I should answer corn, and I do get it on my tacos, but I'm a fat American at the end of the day, and I like flour tortillas.
It's okay. I like them both.
I
Like,
love
I'm not
dipping. I like them
hating
both
on
too.
either one of
But
them.
I'm saying if we had to do the would you rather, I like flour tortillas. dipped
Corn
in queso.
tortilla, a little butter on there.
Depends on what if we're eating like some street tacos.
Yes, it
corn,
depends on the meat.
All
No.
the way.
No. Let's just say you're
But
just
you-
eating the
you
tortillas.
double wrap that corn.
Let's say you're just eating the tortillas.
Like dipping it in like house dressing
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
Like,
I
Queso.
mean, a homemade flour tortilla every day of the
Okay,
week. In
I
that
agree.
in that case, if
I
you're
agree.
just eating it, like put a little butter, a little salt on it. Come on.
Would you rather have Hunt or Musso have your back in a bar fight?
Oh my God.
Y'all ain't seen Musso mad, man.
Probably. I was about to say.
Oh my God, dude.
I was
it was
about
so good.
probably Musso. Hunt will come on this show and tell you he's never been in a fight, doesn't ever want to get into a fight,
Yeah, smart.
never been close to being in a fight.
Smart.
I have seen
To be fair, I don't
Musso
wanna fight
get angry
either.
about baseball, so he at least has that streak in him.
Just make a case for Cincinnati in the playoff. Am I making it up?
T-Bob's not trying to fight either. Though.
No, hell no.
Yeah,
dude.
I feel like
Hell no. I hate
Hunt
fighting.
would run. I feel like Musso could get mad enough to where he'd at least step in front and take a blow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd take one for you.
Bro, you should hear
Take an
Musso
uppercut.
gets upset with. I mean, this man goes in on himself. If you handed him a cat of nine tails, he'd be out there like self-flagellating, like, bro, idiot. Like I've heard that man curse himself out behind the glass. It is wild.
T-Bob, Danny or Mario if you're in a bar fight. Because Mario does have like a little crazy switch that I think that he can flip real quick, but Danny does have the rugby.
He has
background.
a rugby background, which would lead to physicality.
Let's settle this right here.
Danny's got a
Bet
little
y'all
bit.
on arm wrestle.
Danny's got a little bit of pretty boy muscle vibes, so I'm not
my
sure.
God. Fake muscles?
I'm not. Yeah, like for
fake
show
muscles?
muscles.
Hunt Palmer is actually defending himself. Run from a bar where there's cold beer? I don't think so, but good luck in the fight.
Yeah, there you go. Mine for rent. Would you rather have hands that kept growing as you got older, or feet that kept growing as you got older? Hands for sure. Big old feet be like super like
Bozo the Clown.
awkward and clumsy.
And it'd be frustrating to have to keep buying shoes. Like
Yeah.
think about buying
Oh, yeah,
shoes for your
true.
kids.
That's a good point.
Oh,
Really
gosh.
frustrating.
Like, would your foot start?
Like, but you don't buy a lot of gloves.
No.
I was
No.
about to make a really. Oof. God, I didn't say that.
Craig Granger. Would you rather
Not getting
Albertson
me.
brand cold drinks or Dollar Tree cold drinks? I got no problem with like. I guess he's talking. Maybe he's just talking about like a general off-brand though. I don't know if I know Albertsons or Dollar Trees.
I like
off-brand
Albertsons.
drinks. I've liked like a Dr. Pibb or whatever. I mean, whatever.
Dr. Thunder.
Dr.
actually.
Thunder.
Yeah,
Mr.
there you go.
Pibb, Dr. Thunder.
Well, I thought
Dr. Thunder
You
was
grew up
Walmart,
privileged,
right?
and it shows.
Was Dr. Thunder Walmart? I think so. Because they used to have a top 10 list of Dr. Pepper knockoffs. And I think Dr. Thunder was always at the top of the list.
Okay.
The Mountain Dew
I
had
thought-
lightning in it. I'm trying to think what it was. Something lightning.
I thought somebody had gone full, just combining the two to avoid copyrights and gone Dr. Pibb, but
Dr. Thunder.
I guess
Oh,
not.
there's
Dr.
right
Thunder,
there.
there it is.
Mhm.
Is it Walmart? That's got to be Walmart.
Yeah, it's got to be Walmart.
Thank you.
Look, at the end of the day, dude,
Dr.
the off-brand
Thunder.
stuff is pretty, just pretty much the same.
The problem is it's probably the exact same, made on the same bottling line with a different label.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So go for it.
This is
also
coming from a
Mountain
man who
Lightning.
runs a.
Okay, Mountain Lightning.
No,
they
but yours
said.
all the same. I mean,
Well,
They said
absolutely.
Mountain Lightning.
Yeah, I knew it was lightning.
There you go.
Yeah, I
Look
knew
at
it was
there.
lightning something. I don't know why I know that, but I knew that.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We need to get some Dr. Thunder and Mountain Lightning up in here. Sponsors.
Sponsors.
You don't have sponsor money.
So you want to be sponsored by Walmart? Okay.
Mine for in says, would you
too.
rather wake up each day to find that a random animal appendage has replaced your non-dominant arm? So every day
Okay,
you wake
okay.
up,
It's a new one.
you have a
hoof?
random animal,
Okay.
appendage, like an arm, like your full arm, so
Yeah.
your non-dominant arm. Or permanently replace your bottom half with an animal half
Oh, well, yeah, centaur.
of your choice.
Absolutely.
I kind of feel like that too. Now, be careful though.
Be cool though for a
Be
second.
careful,
Like
though.
a week.
Being a centaur would be tight. You'd be really fast, other stuff
maybe a
about
day.
horses.
Maybe a day tops.
But one of the issues that comes here is a centaur is actually 3/4 of a horse, right? So you're gonna do this deal, and you're gonna say, "Oh, give me the bottom half of I want to be a centaur. Give me the bottom half of a horse," and then you're just gonna end up with hind legs. Or like just like the waist and hind
That's
legs.
true.
Like you're not gonna have front
Well,
legs.
it's half
and you're
the
gonna
human
be,
body, but it's 3/4
Yes.
of the horse body.
So exactly. So,
So it's not-
imagine
it's
though if
not
we took off
equal.
this and then all you got was this on your bottom half. It doesn't work nearly as well, and you
So
can't run at that
If it was
point.
half and half, then like your head would be just dragging the ground.
Yeah, and you'd have to like kind of like move with your hands. It'd be horrible.
That'd be creepy.
It'd be
Yeah,
horrible.
I'll just take a penguin
Yeah.
flap
Just a
for a
little-
day.
Ooh,
You know,
I'd be
then
like so
do like a
pumped.
raccoon paw,
Nemo's fin.
But like, how hyped would you be when you woke up and you got like an octopus arm or something?
or like a tiger claw.
Yeah, dude, or like a giant like lobster. Claw.
I'm winning the day if I wake up with a tiger
Ooh,
claw.
like a scorpion stinger for an arm. Danny likes that.
Danny's your hype man.
I always.
Danny's
always.
definitely your hype man.
Big elephant arm, big hoof, just like a
Just move on. Next, would you rather?
Wow, chill out, bro.
T-Rex arm.
That would be a bad day.
Yeah, it'd be a bad.
That'd be a bad day.
That'd be T-Bob.
Take my strong hand. Would you rather? Okay, you're locked in a room with Moscona for an hour.
Nope.
Would you rather him lecture you about COVID as a sham or about crypto? I guess I'll just go crypto. Why not? I don't have a lot of patience for the other one.
I'm very interested in controversial things, so either's good.
Okay. Jake, you got to answer.
Probably crypto. I mean,
Would you rather
right?
Yeah.
go to meet your ancestors or go to the future to meet your great grandkids?
Ancestors.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I agree. Going to the future to meet your great grandkids has a lot of implications.
Yeah.
About like free will, destiny.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to like. The first Hester in our family to come to the United States from Ireland was Jacob Hester, same name as me.
Oh,
so
really?
that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, right on. What about you, Matt?
Probably. Yeah, I'll go back. I'll go back.
Go back in time.
Yeah.
I think it makes most sense. Let's close out hour number 2 next.
Yeah, otherwise you'll turn out like Biff from Back to
Off
the
the
Future.
bench with Hester
Exactly where I
and
went.
T-Bob.
You got a future.
Like, how do I gamble? How do I win and gamble?
With
Do I
the
go
Biff.
back or do I go forward? It's like, come on.
Go to ChurrosOutdoorPower.com. Go ChurrosOutdoorPower.com. Look, man, if you are in the landscaping business and you got to buy equipment, you want to go to GoTros, the #1 hustler equipment dealer in the state of Louisiana. But it's not just being in landscape business, Jake. If you're just somebody who you want a ride mower for your house, something like that, right? Zero turn mower, whatever you want, you too want to buy from GoTros because they make ownership so easy. Free pickup and drop off delivery service, access to a full parts department, full service department. They have your back throughout the ownership process. Go to GoTrosOutdoorPower.com.
There you'll find all the Hustler equipment that we tell you about every single day. #1 Hustler dealer in the state of Louisiana. Now, they do have 2 locations that we always encourage you to go check out, Gonzales and Baton Rouge. But if you're listening to us up in the 318, all the way down to Houma, everywhere in between, delivery to you in Louisiana, go to OutdoorPower.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All Star Toyota today.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside, off the bench, Hunt and Hill, the early line. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
It is not too late. You can enroll today at ITI. Winter classes start November 17th. Our industry-driven curriculum will put you on a new career on a fast track. Enroll today for a better life.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law offices of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
Join us for a Wednesday edition of Early Line as we start looking ahead to this weekend's slate of games in college and pro football, recap the LSU basketball season opener, and preview LSU football's matchup with Arkansas. Join us, 2 p.m., 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Thoughts and prayers to my boy Jesse McCormick, as I know he's one of y'all's fellow coaches on the 5-year-old Tigers.
Yep. We got eliminated Monday.
Is that a first-round exit?
Oh, well, second round technically because of the bye, but...
How many rounds?
Yeah, we were one and done.
How many rounds?
T-Bob.
How many rounds are there?
3.
I don't even know.
4
I play too many age groups to know. I've been on 2 NFL teams that have won 11 games in a row and lost the first playoff game we played.
So
2 different franchises too. So yeah, it's on brand for the Hesters.
You know what? So we played. So normal times were Wednesday night. We played 4 games on Monday this year. Lost all 4. We're not a Monday team.
Not a Monday team.
Not a Monday team. Our kids just we got out coached. We got outplayed. Just
guess you could
recipe
say
for
you
disaster.
had a case of the Mondays.
Good. Could say that.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Poor Jesse. I wonder how he's holding up.
So he hit it pretty well, but he was hurting.
The bottle?
Yeah. That's how he's holding him. He's holding him. He's propping himself up at the bottom.
He was hurting.
Probably went deep into that thing last night.
Coach.
Is there any blame for the quarterback? Is the media talking?
I'll take the entire blame. Okay. I'll take it. My QB rating for the season was just embarrassing.
Damn.
Oh, I did knock one of our kids' teeth out with a ball.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Shout out SJ.
Shout out SJ. You did great.
Hey, shout out My High. DrinkMyHigh.com.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Real talk every Friday at Rouse's. I literally buy like 30 things in My High. It's awesome. Coming up next hour, first we're going to talk about Dreamy Medical. DreamyMedical.com. You want to feel younger and better and have a better general disposition, more mental clarity, lose some tough fat. Jake, you've been struggling to lose. Energy, out of bed, into bed. You already know the deal. We talk about it every day. Rejuve they are the people to get you where you want to be with a comprehensive plan that is customized to you, like your body, the labs. That is their guide. Go in a day, have the consult, see what they can offer you.
Yeah, RejuveMedical.com is the site. T-Bob mentioned it. So many different things that they can help you with. If you're just not feeling right, if it is the weight gain, can't lose weight, whatever it might be, fatigue, insomnia, mood and memory problems, like all of these things are things that they can help you, and they can get you on a plan over at Rejuve Medical. You have to schedule that consultation, though, because you won't know until you find out. RejuveMedical.com, RejuveMedical.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
During these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person, connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Auctioner, and we will not slow down. Auctioner Health, innovating healthcare.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers.
Good morning, everybody. It's 9 a.m. on Wednesday, November 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see cloudy skies with a high of 75. In case you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, including our conversation with LSU basketball coach Will Wade and Matt Flynn being in studio, you can now catch that up at the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. Remember to follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, or watch us on YouTube for new content posted every day. Remember to please like and share, and also you can check us out on YourView. OTB OT, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome in. Hour 3 of OTB. OTB-OT is what we used to call it. We don't really call that anymore. But that is the name of the YouTube channel, Off the Bench Overtime. Go subscribe. It's where all of our Saints content goes today. I've written another Saints video that me and Danny will knock out today. Be on the lookout for that. Danny, I see you pulling your mic over. What's up, Mike?
Definitely need to subscribe to the OT channel because we made that bet that if we hit 10,000 subscribers, T-Bob, we would have to wax T-Bob's chest live on air with duct tape.
Something we've already done.
No, this is with duct tape, though.
It's tight. Cool. Sweet. Okay, and where are we, Dan?
We're 500 away. We're at 9,500. So definitely hit.
Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I'm 32 years old. I'm a father of 2 children. Okay? I mean, I'm going to do it, but I just hate myself for it.
Yeah, and eventually I'll eat chili out of shoe whenever you remember to bring it.
It's still in your car?
It's literally in my car every day, Danny.
But you always forget to bring it in the building.
So don't test
love
me.
that.
We could go grab it right now. We need a shoe is the bigger problem. I want to give you my dirty lawn shoes, but Jake said no. So we need to find a shoe. Danny, what are baleadas? Baleadas? How do I pronounce that? Yeah. Baleadas? Yeah. What are baleadas? Earlier you said baleadas are better than fajitas. What are baleadas?
They're Honduran tacos.
It's like a rolled up burrito. You put a bunch of meat in it, sour cream,
avocado.
Avocado. It's a little bit more exotic than a burrito.
Eggs are in it. Beans.
Yeah, eggs. Eggs is a key component.
Does it come with a diaper? Because it sounds
like
it.
Can I get some of this? Is there a good Honduran place in Baton Rouge?
Yeah. There's I haven't been to it, but I've heard it's good. I get all my baleadas in Kenner and New Orleans.
Okay.
Where the real
Same.
foods
Off of Williams.
Wait, but hold on. But there is a place here, you're saying. What have you heard of? Because I want to go try it out today now. You just put it in my head. I'm so hungry. I'm getting some baleadas today. Going to try something new. Let's freaking ride, boys.
I haven't had baleadas in forever. Sounds good.
They're amazing.
Okay, Danny.
And they also got pupusas.
Work and give me, and you know me. I love a good camarones pupusa. Shout out Salvador Reina. Used to go there all the time.
Claudio Reina.
Who is?
Las Delicias.
Yeah. There we go. That's the name of it?
Yeah.
Las Delicias? Okay. A fine name, straight to the point, I suppose, when it's all said and done. And we'll try to get straight to the point. Welcome back. Sometimes getting out of the flustering mode can, sometimes you can't get out of it. We'll see if we get out of it or not this hour. We got a few things we could talk about here, boys. Obviously, the college football playoff ranking number 2 was last night. We got an Arkansas statistical overpass. There's a Mike Jones Jr. clip that if y'all want to go ahead and load up, look at the 9 a.m. segment that we can maybe play. But it's basically Mike Jones Jr. just saying, look, man, I played at Clemson, all around the ACC. The SEC is different. Just kind of reinforce what we already knew.
I've got Mike Jones today for the LSU Film Room.
Oh, right on. Very cool.
Excited to catch up with him.
You can break down that sick dip that he hit. That
he better be on there.
I think it was nice, dude. But I don't see Mike Jones rush the passer this week and we riot.
Oh, riot. Now you're talking about Terrio.
You think you think there's like there has to be surely a. I'm hoping that they keep the aggression, right? Like Coach O acknowledged it that yes, it was more of a surprise kind of ace up the sleeve in the Alabama game, and now more of it's on film. But I hope we see more of the blitzing that was absent for much of the year. Just a little more aggression out of this.
You're not going to retract what you did.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be. You just went against maybe the Heisman front runner. You just went against a Sunday running back. I don't know where he gets drafted, but he's a Sunday running back. Certainly 2 Sunday receivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of guys up front that are going to play at the next level. And they didn't
It is
score
Alabama.
for, what was it, the last 20, what was it?
They scored like with it was the last like 27 minutes,
Yeah,
something like that.
right.
They didn't score.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
And you confused them.
Mhm.
And well, I mean, you were more physical than them, and Neil Farrell still hasn't been blocked. But like all of those things, if you don't have that same game plan,
Well, okay, then let's start with this discal overpass and see how that game plan would match up against this Arkansas team. So as we do every week, here are just some general Arkansas rankings. Offensively, scoring, they're 5th in the conference, 32 points a game. Bryles and Odom have done a very good job with this team. In terms of total yardage, 5th in the conference, 457 per. Not a overly heavy throwing team, obviously. They're 10th in the SEC, averaging just over 200 yards there, but number 1 in the SEC when it comes to running the ball, 243 yards per game. It's weird, Jake, because there was a time when I thought that would have been a horrible matchup and look for LSU. Now I don't know, right? And coming off of a week where you just allow 6 rushing yards and over 20 carries to a running back that was averaging over 100 yards a game. I feel
and a running quarterback.
I feel weird thinking about, I still feel a little weird giving this LSU team the benefit of the doubt, but there is no denying that I do feel better about their ability to shut down the rushing attack now than I did going into last week. They showed me something they had shown me before.
They literally did something they never done before.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a personnel, it was a scheme, it was things that they just never done before.
So do you think how do you think they'll match up with Arkansas in terms of when Arkansas wants to run the ball?
I mean, Arkansas wants to run it with their back and their quarterback. That's who they are. Like if he beats you throwing the football, you tip your cap and you move on. That's one of those deals.
Yeah.
You're possibly getting Cordell Flott back, which is going to be a huge upgrade. Obviously, he's been one of your most consistent, if not the most consistent defensive back you've had. So with all that, like knowing that you're getting another piece back, like give a shout out to the guys and Darren Evans and Radar Jones and Jay Ward and the safeties and the corners in that game. They did a hell of a job against Alabama. Cam Lewis, I know he got beat for the touchdown, but he still played above his head, right? He played really well in spurts. Now you're getting somebody back. Yeah, you have the same game plan.
Yeah.
Now you gotta be more creative. You can't just roll out the same thing like they rolled out the
like
counter on offense
philosophically?
against Ole Miss after they did it against Florida. Not that type of thing, but yes.
No, like philosophically, like maintain the aggression, right? That's what I mean. Like you do it differently. It's like against Ole Miss, if you wanted to keep pulling guys, absolutely, but maybe like something besides counter. If you want to go like more gap scheme stuff, absolutely.
Power's a gap scheme too, T-Bob.
I know.
I don't know if you've heard that.
And I mean, with how they were crashing down, anything where you maybe hooked them and went to the outside could have worked. But that's fine. We don't need to relitigate that. Defensively, Arkansas, middle of the conference in points per game, 24 per. Again, middle of the conference in yards per game, 351 per. About 5th in pass, 9th in rush. Nothing super special to write home about. The problem that I feel with LSU's offense right now is, to me, it's almost less about who they're playing defensively, Jake, and just more about like where, their execution. Kind of like what Matt was saying, right? And sometimes it has been maybe the play calling and kind of game plan I haven't agreed with, but then also sometimes when that's been good, the players just haven't executed. So the offense, to me, like I just kind of glance at Arkansas's rankings and Odom's good and the defense is fine or whatever, but it's more to me about what LSU comes out to play offensively.
Yeah, because Arkansas's got, all right, so when you look at their numbers, it might not even tell the story. 7th in scoring, total yards 7. So, I mean, they're right there straight in the middle of the conference, right? But they do have some guys that are physical. They've got some guys that do a really nice job of tackling the first time. Not a lot of missed tackles on this defense. And so you're not going to get extra chances just based off how they play. Now, athletically, I think you have a still, even with the personnel you have right now, superior advantage over them athletically. Like their best defensive back is going to be out. So, like for me, it's going to be one that's one on the edges and not necessarily within the hashes.
Yeah.
But now, with that being said, like you've got to get the right back in there to be able to do that. You know, TDP's got to be able to see that, get to those edges. Whoever's in Kiner, and also Max throwing from the hash to the sidelines, not been great.
Yeah.
Not been great this year. So that's something he's got to do, or Nussmeier, whoever's in there.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, too, again, how they just handle receiver in the continued no Keishon Butte world, where is it Besh stepping up? Do they do more just treating Besh as a receiver, getting him and Mashburn on the field at the same time with Malik Neighbors, and I guess Brian Thomas would probably be your top
11
three,
personnel.
it feels like right now.
11 personnel would be
That's what I'm saying.
Mashburn, Besh, Neighbors, and Thomas.
Yeah. So see if they do that. How about this, boys? LSU once again with the penalty advantage. Remain the number one, which I'm being a little cheeky here. But it has paid dividends at times. You just didn't fall through, right? Like Ole Miss was killing themselves with penalties early on. Alabama struggled with penalties. Well, LSU remains first in the SEC, 4 penalties a game for just 31 yards. Arkansas 13th, so undisciplined. 8.6 penalties per game, 71 yards. Turnover margin, both are tied for 5th in the conference at +2 on the year. Interestingly, Jake, despite Arkansas being the number one team in terms of rushing the ball in the entire conference, both time possessions, not especially ball control style of offenses. Both near the bottom of the league. I think they're like 11 and 12, LSU and Arkansas. I don't think there's any like great revelation or take to be made upon that. It's just a bit of an odd quirk.
More for Arkansas, I think, than LSU.
Yeah, no, definitely for Arkansas because they're number one running the ball, but they average like 28 minutes a game TOP. Like, I'm surprised they're not winning that. Pass rush, this is not a week that you're especially fearful. Just 16 sacks on the year. They're 8th in tackles for loss, so a little bit more disruptive in the run game, but nothing too horrible. And then they protect the pass. They don't throw it a ton, but they protect the passer when they do. They've only given up 16 sacks in the year, which is 6th in the conference. And now this is, they are 10th. They've allowed 55 TFLs, and Neil Farrell's been a TFL machine, as has Damone Clark, and Jaquelin Roy really came on last game. See if he can finish strong his second season in a row. So
he's been playing well. I've been championing for him for a long time. He's been playing well. I think it's gone a little unnoticed because of some other people on the defense, but he's been playing extremely well.
And so I don't know that. Do you see a great advantage either way on the lines? How do you feel these two lines match up? I was a little surprised just watching some Arkansas film against Mississippi State with the body makeup of the line. I'm so used to the Brett Bielema lines where they were just these massive, massive individuals. This is a much slimmer, more athletic Arkansas type of offensive line, which we'll see. Let's see. Maybe we'll see if you can move Neil Farrell out of there with how svelte some of these guys are looking. We'll find out.
No, I actually think that it's an advantage for LSU's defensive line. I mean, the line they went against last week and they dominated is a much better offensive line overall than this Arkansas unit. You're right, that definitely not the same body type that we've seen from Arkansas. I mean, they used to have the giant, the redwoods out there, right? They don't have that anymore.
Big old hogs.
And, when you look at LSU's defensive line, I think – they're looking to get a little bit more out of the edge rushers. I think B.J. Ojulari had a lot of really nice rushes against Alabama. Like, we know what Sony is. Like, Sony's there to hold the point and be run sound in his integrity and all that type of stuff. But I think they're probably looking to get a little bit more rush at him as well.
And he was he was pretty sound last game. Fanua was, and then we hit on the general offensive and defensive stats, right? We hit on the penalties, we hit on the turnover margin, the pass rush, the disruptive type elements. The last element that we always look at is third down. And there is actually a key stat here. So in terms of converting, Arkansas, a bit like LSU, they're struggling, right? They're 10th in the conference, 39%. This will be something to watch on Saturday. If LSU can defy this stat, they'll have a very good chance of winning this game. Arkansas, credit to Barry Odom, first in the SEC at getting off the field in third down. They allow just 30.3% conversion rate. So you're talking about nearly breaking that 30 threshold into the 20s, which is kind of wild, right? And LSU, I think, converts at like a 38% clip. So that's not great. That is somewhere where LSU is going to have to outperform who they've been up to this point if they want to win.
Completely with you. It's that's an impressive stat. The fact that they're almost 29%.
True.
That's almost unheard of in today's college football. So it's something LSU's got to be better at. They got to be better in all phases, from the top to the bottom. The formation, the play call, and the execution of the play call. All those things. Like, third down has been really a nightmare, in my opinion, for LSU. Getting the play in, having the right design, it being like crisp is a word that I've used a lot lately because it's not been crisp. It's been clunky. And you can't be clunky in the SEC.
They were better on fourth down than third down last game, like significantly
That's been all
better,
year,
right?
really.
Yeah.
Like when you go back, if you looked at the fourth down conversions compared to the third.
I mean, I guess maybe that actually, maybe I'm dumb though, because maybe that's how it should be ideally, because you're going for it on very like favorable situations on fourth down where it's like 4th and 1 and stuff. So I don't know.
Third and 1, 4th and 1. I mean,
that is true. They are, for whatever reason, they're markedly better at getting 4th and 1 than they are 3rd and 1.
Yeah,
which doesn't make any sense. All right, so that is it. That is your Arkansas statistical overpass. I hope that we help to wet your beak a little bit for the battle that's going to go down this weekend as LSU tries to get bowl eligible. And let's make no mistake, here on this show, we firmly want LSU to get bowl eligible. Okay, right? You want to send guys like Neil Farrell, Damone Clark out on top, reward their play. You want to send Coach O out on top, following the national championship and everything. Go out with a bowl win. And the fascinating thing about these lower bowl games is, although you don't have a ton of experience with them if you've played at LSU in the past 20-something years, I was on that 08 team where you went to a Peach Bowl, 3-5 in the SEC, 8-5 overall. Right? You go to a Peach Bowl to play Georgia Tech. And that was a time when I was like, okay, I finally get it. I finally really understand the point of these games. When you win those, it just feels so good. It's akin to it feels like winning a championship. Everybody goes off on a high note. Sometimes they'll hand out a trophy or something. You send the seniors off nice. I know a lot of people roll their eyes, but it was awesome. And then the mood that it kind of set for the offseason and the goodwill that it gendered was great. So I don't care if you're playing in the Gasparilla, Independence, it doesn't matter. You want to go to a bowl game and you want to win that bowl game.
2005 Peach Bowl. Obviously, it was a Peach Bowl before the Peach Bowl was like a semifinal or whatever. We played in Miami. And it was I understand it was a top 10 matchup, but it was still it was a Peach Bowl. It was a bowl game that you can say, well, it didn't really matter. It wasn't a New Year's Six game. It wasn't a BCS championship game. But you're exactly right. What you can get from that and transition that to the next year.
Yeah.
It's very valuable. Now, and then the next year you win a Sugar Bowl where you can transition that into there's definitely some building blocks from bowl games.
It's a process.
Yeah.
It is a process. Again, the analogy we keep going back to, it's Bama's developing a habitable space on Mars, and you're like, well, I want that too. Well, we got to build up the space program a little bit first. Now, I also said that Joe Burrow is some alien technology that you reverse engineered to kind of hyper accelerate that process, but you unfortunately, the guy who understood all that tech died or something, and so now you're having to kind of rework it from the ground up a little bit. But it's a process, and winning games just helps to build towards where you eventually want to be. All right, when we get back, let's dive into a little college football playoff. Here on Off the Bench, 104.5 ESPN.
OTB, OT.
All right, go to Louisiana811.com today. Why do you need to go there? Because it's going to tell you all the information about the law we tell you about every single day. In the state of Louisiana, if you're putting a shovel in the ground, it does not matter how far. You have to dial 811 before you dig. Now, because this is the law, because it's something you have to do, we tell you they make it incredibly easy for you because that's the truth. You call 2 days ahead of time, tell them exactly what you have going on at your home or business, and they're going to come out and they're going to do all the work. So all the hassle is out of your hands. And what they do is when they come out, because you can have more than one thing buried, obviously, right there at the surface. You can have power lines, you can have water lines, you can have fiber internet cables, you can have all that right there. So they come out and they clearly mark it with a colored flag to show you exactly what you've got going on in your yard. That way, look, it's for your safety, it's for those around you. Water line, don't flood your yard, your neighbor's yard. Fiber cable, don't knock out the internet in the entire neighborhood. Don't be that guy. Louisiana811.com, dial 811 for you did.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram are now open for business and are ready to serve our customers with disaster relief employee pricing off I-10 in LaPlace. If you need sales, service, or fleet, the crews at Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram are going to do right by you.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my 4 boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact,
They have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
Front to Back Boat Service has been family owned and operated for 30 years. And the Sherman family is NMEA certified. That's the National Marine Electronics Association at Front to Back. They are committed to improving the safety and technology of marine electronics through installer training, interface standards. And look, the fall and the winter, it's the perfect time to do that yearly maintenance you've been putting off. Get those parts you've been wanting. So schedule your appointment today at Front to Back, North Airway off of Airline Highway.
Tonight, we invite you to celebrate life, wherever and whenever you can, understanding that time is never on our side. Instead, gather up your friends tonight and share a few stories and laughs over a good bottle of wine. Or maybe a family meal that gives everyone a chance to reconnect and remember what's really important, whether it's for a birthday, an anniversary, or simply to remind someone special that they are loved. Rafino's, where Louisiana comes to celebrate life.
To the heroes who are working tirelessly to care for our communities, we thank you. We will never forget the countless hours you dedicated on the front lines, choosing to risk your own health to fight for our friends, neighbors, and family members.
I mean, you guys are out on the front lines fighting it.
We are grateful for your heroic acts and unwavering spirit. Together, we are overcoming this adversity and make our state healthier and more vibrant again. Ochsner Health.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Wednesday's Hump Day AFR presented by Pluckers. Russ Mitchell previews the weekend ahead in the SEC. We'll recap LSU, ULM, and hoops. And it's a Whiskey Wednesday. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
With Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
You go when you feel like it, Rocky.
What?
I said you go when you feel like it, Rocky.
What are you talking about?
SpongeBob reference.
I know what you're talking about. I was just listening to the song for a little
Yeah,
bit.
he's waiting for you to turn it up.
Yeah, why is it so low?
No, I was joking.
Okay. Now I feel like it's a little loud. Yeah, let's get out of there. Yeah, keep it high until we start talking. Then you can lower it down. See? I love this song. Welcome back to Off the Bench. I guess we talk college football playoff now.
I do have a.
I don't have many thoughts on it, though, to be honest. We're going full Matt Flynn here.
I do have Michigan is 6, Michigan State is 7. They played 2 weeks ago. Michigan State won. What the hell are we doing? That's a joke.
That is, I think, that is actually, yeah, is that what? Okay, I said.
Stupid. But Oregon is where they're supposed to be ahead of Ohio State because they beat them.
I said, have we gone too far against Oklahoma? I have no feelings on this anymore. I was a sucker last week and let them make me get mad. I'm not going to do it again, but it is really dumb that Michigan is ahead of Michigan State. And it's kind of funny because part of the logic that the committee's using is that Michigan has the better loss. The better loss is Michigan State.
The stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Which is so good.
We played 2 weeks ago, not 10 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and we beat that team.
Dude,
and you're going to put them ahead of us?
I would be so pissed if I was a Michigan State fan. Because now these Michigan fans get to like lord it over your head. And now Michigan State, though, the world is still their oyster, right? And I do think the College Football Playoff Committee is banking on them failing in some of these later matches. Like, so could Michigan, though, right? I mean, Michigan's still going to lose to Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Is Michigan, did they already play Penn State? Did they beat them?
They're playing this week.
Oh, they're playing this week?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll find out. Michigan State will likely sort itself out. But again, when you do stuff like that, see, this is the problem. I almost don't even want to talk about it because I feel like I'm being played. I feel like, I'm just playing in their hands. Like I'm dancing to their tune if we sit here and we get upset about it.
All right.
But it does just show so much trust in their subjective view of these teams. That said, as much as I would love to argue Alabama shouldn't be a 2 with Michigan State and others losing now, it's like, well, who are you going to put above?
All right, well, I do think Georgia's the best team in the country. And
yeah, without a doubt.
Clear right now. Their best win is, and correct me if I'm wrong, 17 Auburn. If I'm looking at this right, that's their best win.
Don't forget they beat Florida pretty bad, dude. And they beat Kentucky really bad.
Shane Beamer beat Florida. Alabama's best win comes 15 Ole Miss. Oregon's best win comes 4 Ohio State. Cincy's best win, number 9 Notre Dame.
Well, that's the other ironic part about all of this, and that we mentioned that last week, is that Cincy had an on-the-road top 10 win, and they were just talking about how like their schedule's not any good, and it's a more impressive win than all these other cats. Cincy, though, unfortunately, look, the College Football Playoff Committee, they are super, super subjective. Like we said, they believe that they just know how things are going to play out one way or another, and unfortunately for Cincy, the games that have just been close lately, and so that's gonna keep them out. Like to the Tulsa game Saturday, 28-20, where.
But 1 and 2 are gonna play each other. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's true.
In the SEC championship game, and if Georgia wins that one, Alabama, holla at your boy. Ohio State still has to play Michigan State and Michigan and a Big Ten championship.
But either way, like one of those teams will end up there, we think, right?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, because you still got a lot of teams playing each other.
So you're talking about removing
Oregon,
the Big Ten entirely from the equation, potentially.
There's a path.
Yeah.
There's
a path for sure. Like if Michigan or Michigan State gets to like 2 losses and then beats Ohio State in the Big Ten championship, then it gets awkward.
And Oregon, who I think has some issues, but when you look at the Pac-12, they've got more.
Bro, the Pac-12 needs
Pac-12's got more issues in vogue, as Valley Del Pivito would say.
Pac-12 and Oregon are in as good of a spot as it. Well, I should say that, but weren't last year? Didn't they just have to beat like Arizona State, and they were maybe going to be in the playoff? I'm trying to remember back.
No, Oregon,
No, not last year. Was it 2 years ago now? Maybe I guess.
Because last year USC was undefeated, but they only played so many games.
Well, last year too, I forgot about the COVID thing and everything. I can't really remember how all that worked. Either way, the Pac-12. This is as good of a spot as they have been in, with Oregon already sitting at 3, and seemingly the path to them not screwing it up this year being low, right? So, so Georgia for sure in. We'll put Oregon in.
Georgia's in regardless, even if they lose the SEC championship game, they're in.
Yeah, we'll put Oregon in. Say Alabama gets knocked out, or maybe a little Ohio State. Yeah, I mean, look,
they don't like Oklahoma.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I said. Have we gone too far against Oklahoma?
Now, Oklahoma gets a win over number 10 Oklahoma State and Bedlam in a couple weeks. They get number 13 Baylor this week, so they could, you get those 2 wins and a Big 12 championship game, then that could.
I mean, they got to be in the top 4 if they remain.
Yeah, I think so.
They have to
as well.
So I guess what's the point of all this? Do you think Cincinnati has a better chance to get in than maybe I'm giving them credit for?
Just think them moving up to 5 from 6. after a close victory against Tulsa.
Yeah.
I mean, so that tells you the committee still is respecting what they did against Notre Dame.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Okay.
I'm not here advocating for them to be right now in the top 4. I'm just kind of laying out a couple of different paths, and I think Oklahoma, with so many big games now, certainly they could lose some of those big games. Not guaranteed they're going to win them all, but they have at least 3 big games left.
How interesting. Arkansas, or excuse me, not Arkansas, although they are in here, but Oklahoma State up to 10. It's pretty wild. Credit Van Gundy. A&M now up to number 11. What did I say, Van Gundy?
Pelicans couldn't help it.
He can be, dude. He could be. I mean, you know, he's only 3 letters away from being another Gundy.
Mike
And a
Gundy coaching
mullet.
the Pelicans would be cool.
The Van Gundys don't have a lot of hair.
That is a great point.
Gundy,
that is
great
a great
mullet,
point.
or used to. I think he cut it.
Mike has a significantly better mullet. Something tells me Stan Van Gundy, not an OAN fan though.
No.
if I had to guess.
I was like, wait. Yeah. Hey, real quick, I want to ask you about Oregon. A lot of people they don't deserve to be there. They had the one loss, although they had the best.
I mean, they got the best win.
They got the best win of anybody. They lost that game without Joe Moorhead, their offense coordinator, he's been their wizard.
Yeah, it's true.
Like how much of those type of things do you think the committee that Stanford loss takes into account?
They lost to Stanford?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot.
Yeah. Joe Moorhead and I had one more.
And it was like last minute, right? Wasn't it like a last minute
game.
and a half like implosion though or something? I thought that they had like
exactly how it played out, but it was a close game.
I want to say they had like a super high win percentage and the game just evaporated in front of their face.
Stanford had to score twice, I think, to win the game. Yeah.
That is shocking now that we know how horrible Stanford is. So that's weird. Oregon probably has the worst loss of the top 4, but also has the best win of the top 4.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, I'd ride with him. Like the kind of common narrative this team has developed. There's one elite team in college football this year, right? I guess one.
There's one really good team.
Yeah. You're not giving Georgia.
I think the offense would have to be better to be elite. The defense is elite. The offense is good. So that's what makes them a great team, not an elite team.
I love it. Little elite gatekeeping. I'm here for it, dude. We could make this into our own personal Joe Flacco conversation. So different way of wording it. There's one team that is clearly above the pack, and everything else is pretty muddy, to be honest. And what'll become clearer over the next few weeks, but right now, there's no point in putting too much emotion into this because it is muddy as hell. I will say this, a little interesting food for thought here, boys. Open your brain mouths up and let me spit this into them. In the previous, I just made that up, and I kind of love it, if I'm being honest. In the previous 7 seasons, 24 of the 28 teams who made the playoffs were in the top 6 at this point in the season. So the only exceptions were Ohio State 2014, OU Michigan 2015, and OU 2019. Outside the top 6, making it again. So OU's already done this a couple times. So keep an eye on them, right? Because like Jake just said, they could get back there. But for the most part, if you're not in the top 6 right now, the 7 years of the playoffs have told us then you don't have a great chance of getting in.
Right.
So that actually cuts off, interestingly, at Michigan. Now, it's a little. I want to make too much of it, but that is interesting.
This tells me that the Big 12 is getting no respect from the committee because your undefeated team's 8, Oklahoma State at 10, Baylor at 13. If Oklahoma State wins out, they win Bedlam, and they win the Big 12 championship, they're not getting in.
I mean, they would have to, right?
But they're not.
Ooh.
They're not going to get in.
Yeah, that's rough.
Off of what they've done. Now, other things could happen in front of them. You look at this team right here. You don't think that number 9 team that gets the benefit of the doubt is going to get in over Oklahoma State?
Yes. Yeah, Notre Dame just sitting there waiting to cause drama once again, as always. Them and Oklahoma, right? I mean, that's the problem with Notre Dame and Oklahoma is they're both being dinged for playoffs past, where when they've made it to these situations
Notre Dame
before,
is probably more than anybody.
It just never works out.
And they hate it because they're like, oh, my God, I want to put Notre Dame at the top.
They are really
they
good,
grit
though.
their teeth.
I just mean in terms of like Notre Dame, you got to credit Brian Kelly, whatever you want to say about the big games. They consistently win the hell out of most of their games. Also, another little quirk here. The eventual national champion was top 2 at this time, Jake, 6 years in a row.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of telling you, again, there's been a crazy year, so there's probably none of this applies. But just going off of that, Georgia or Alabama will end up as a national champion, which is also like duh, right? Of course.
I don't need either one of those to happen, but if it has to happen.
The Georgia thing is feeling very real, I think.
I mean, look, it's been 41 years.
Just what's up with the Atlanta Heat right now? They got to freaking chill. The Braves win the World Series. The Falcons look like they're going to blow a game that we've seen them blow a million different times before. They actually managed not to blow it, and it's in the Superdome. And as we'll talk about in the video I'm going to cut with Danny later today, when you really look at the standings, it is a hugely impactful loss as well for kind of the season going forward. So they don't blow that game. They managed to win that, and now Georgia's looking like they may win the Natty. It's too much. It's too much. And they have like a thriving economy, and all Marvel and Disney movies are all being filmed there. And so they just need to chill.
Atlanta United made the MLS playoffs. I know you thought that, right? Yeah.
I mean, remember a couple of years ago, that town was so sports sad that Atlanta United was putting $73K in that new stadium. They were smashing the Falcons' attendance, and they actually are the ones who won the championship. So they kind of started all of this, but. Gross, dude. Gross.
Another Atlanta thing is Chick-fil-A surpassing Popeyes.
Well, that gets even weirder though, because didn't Popeyes, like some trader punks, didn't they move their headquarters to Georgia?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
that's where we
you
go
get my
into the
point,
thriving economy. Well, I mean, I get your point, but I have no Popeyes pride left. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you bailed on the state too. You, Smoothie King, all y'all who moved your headquarters out of here.
Oh, where's Smoothie King?
Get up out of here. I think they left Metairie. They might have gone to Texas or something. Now, look, granted, I'm not a business owner, and I'm sure that there are. Yeah, that's fine. It's kind of a booty arena.
Champ says T-Bob left and Atlanta got better.
Yeah, I guess so, dude. I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, that's so screw Popeyes too. Screw all y'all moving to Atlanta to join that thriving economic development. Okay, take it here, Louisiana. We're about to have medical marijuana fully unloaded in January. Let's roll. And hopefully the Saints will be the Falcons next time, I guess. What's the greater evil, Georgia or Alabama winning?
That's a great question. I think we should put some thought into that before we answer.
Yeah, because we have to go to break.
Yeah, because Mario's doing the motorcycle stuff.
Yeah, we really got to go to break.
Yeah.
Off the bench. More next.
OTB. OT.
I don't know where we're at.
We're like very long. Tonsil Glass and Body. TonsilGlassandBody.com. Yeah.
I was doing a motorcycle for a reason.
We are in the 25 break. TonsilGlassandBody.com. DGBAuto.com. Only 12 minutes behind schedule in a 60-minute hour. And we were fine. Don't worry about it. You know who's never behind schedule? Tonsil Glass and Body, okay? And remember, how's this for convenience of the highest order, my friends? All collision repair, free pickup and drop-off delivery. So anywhere in the listening area, you can't get out to Devil, they got you back. Call them up, they come out, they fix it, they drop it back off to you, TonsilGlassandBody.com.
Yeah, your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. Small as an oil change, as big as collision repair, paint, anything that you need. Obviously, they're going to be able to do it. We tell you about their windshield repairs and replacements because they have all the latest technology, right? These new windshields have all these sensors. Well, they can handle any windshield over at Donaldsonville Glass and Body. So when you go there, know that everything that you need to be done to your vehicle can be done at Donaldsonville Glass and Body. DGBAuto.com, DGBAuto.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
It is not too late. You can enroll today at ITI. Winter classes start November 17th. Our industry-driven curriculum will put you on a new career on a fast track. Enroll today for a better life.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
It's round one of the Prep Football Playoffs, and we get started Friday night at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Plus, we'll wrap up the night with the Lake Urgent Care Lake After Hours Louisiana Prep Scoreboard Show from 10 to midnight on YouTube, Your View, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Join us for the 16th annual Zoo Run, Saturday, November 13th at B-Rex Baton Rouge Zoo. You'll enjoy the scenery and the animals as you gallop your way through the zoo. All proceeds support the zoo and international cheetah conservation efforts. Go to 1045ESPN.com today to sign up for a complimentary registration.
OTB, OT, with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
You know who we need to give a shout out to?
This. Hold on. Let's go for a little.
No, not holding on.
What is this? Is this license free?
No, it's on the playlist.
Okay, it's a cool song. I like this. Sorry, Jake. What's up?
Shout out to Raising Cane's and Walk-Ons for keeping their headquarters in Louisiana.
There we go. There we go. I agree.
They're all over.
Support the homies. They're all over the place.
I mean, there's a Raising Cane's in Dubai.
And look,
they stay here in Baton Rouge. Walk-ons, I don't know how many there is now. A lot of them.
Don't come at me with any real rational takes about, well, I mean, actually, the business environment in other states is just so much. I don't really give a damn, okay? It's not the point of all this. I'm just talking about people putting it on for the state to help the state's economy.
How's it going to get better if you leave?
Yeah, exactly.
You bum.
Even though it may not be best for their bottom line. Let's ride. Let's throw them dubs up. Zydeco chicken salad. What's ham?
Nookie said Tiny Hand Boy is the host. I don't know what that's in reference to, but I really love Tiny Hand Boy.
I kind of like Tiny Hand Boy too, as far as the nickname goes.
I prefer for me Cloud of Dust Boy.
Cloud of Dust Boy is great. Yeah. What did I want to talk about here?
What's the matter?
We're talking food, bros.
In the chat, they said Raising Cane's HQ's in Dallas.
Oh, God, that's not good. Well, not walk-ons.
There's still a headquarters here, too.
Well,
they
still have
a Louisiana.
But to be fair, they still have a Louisiana Popeyes headquarters, but the main headquarters is in Atlanta. The main headquarters is in Atlanta. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so maybe Cane's moved too. So they don't. Okay, fine, whatever. Screw them. They don't get the. They don't get.
You're taking it back. Take it back.
We're only riding. I mean, are we sure about walk-ons? Are y'all still?
Yeah.
It's over there in the old bookstore. Let's ride, dude.
It's there in the old bookstore, man.
Walk-ons till I die, man. I mean, those headquarters are sick. I just didn't know at this point if it was like a side headquarters or something. Speaking of food, check this out, boys. How do y'all feel about Joey Chestnut?
He eats hot dogs fast.
How do you feel about your boy, me?
Old Tiny Ham Boy.
How about you? How do you feel about Tiny Ham Boy smashing Joey's Chestnut's ass this Saturday on campus at the Fat Boys second annual pizza eating championship? That's right. It's going down. I'm competing against the pros outside of Fat Boys on campus. Joey Chestnut's coming on Friday. I'm going to talk that ish to him, let him know what's about to happen. He's about to get beat by an amateur.
He is going to whip.
No.
Your ass.
I already handled your ass in an eating competition, okay? So, Joey Chestnuts, he's going to let me know how they taste after we're done, okay?
I'm not a professional eater.
Look, all I have to do is eat 6.5 2-foot slices of pizza in 10 minutes, and I'll meet his mark from last year.
I think you need to splice your DNA with the leeches so you can have 10 stomachs. That's the only way you'll win.
That's a good point. Wait, this dude ate 6.5 2-foot slices of pizza in 10 minutes. He ate 12.5 feet of pizza. Wait, 6.5 2-foot. No, 13. He ate 13 feet of pizzas in 2 minutes. That's in 10 minutes. That's what? That's what?
Wait, are you doing like the 8 Mile thing right now where you're setting it up that way? Like when it happens, like you're saying, I know everything you're about to say about me, and here it is. Like, let me lay it out. 'Cause you said you're gonna talk trash.
No, to be clear, I'm not gonna try to. I'm not gonna.
That looks. Oh my god.
I'm gonna talk trash, but I'm not gonna. I don't stand a chance.
Like,
Obviously.
why would anybody want to do that? Why would anybody want to just turn pizza into mush and eat it like that?
Because look how impressive it is.
Money,
dude.
notoriety, glory.
Catch us this Saturday on campus outside of
get
Fat
an
Boys.
OnlyFans or something. I don't know. My gosh,
It's going
ways
down
to make money.
3:30 p.m. We'll talk to Joey this Friday at 8:30.
Oh, I'm actually excited about that.
Hell yeah, dude. The world champ, man. I've been growing up watching that man eat hot dogs. Now I'm going to get to go toe-to-toe with him. It's not often you get to go play one-on-one with MJ. A little pickup basketball. It's basically what I'm doing
Marshall
here.
Graves did.
Back
in the day.
Really?
If you remember that story.
No, that's tight, though. Yeah. All right, let's go to break, and when we get back, we'll close out the show with a little Ask the Bench. Off the bench.
OTB, OT. Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales service and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my 4 boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law offices of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Join us for Wednesday's Hunt and Hill. How'd the Tigers look in their debut on the hardwood against ULM? We'll talk about Will Wade's team and Ed Ogeron's SEC Media Teleconference. That's all on Wednesday. Hunt and Hill, noon to 2 weekdays on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Taste of bittersweet. Love will survive somehow, some way. One love feeds the fire. One heart bears the sky. One love is flying high.
OTB, OT, with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Who played this one? Shout out.
That'd be me.
Oh, man. I didn't know you knew this song. Well done.
No, I love Journey. Journey's like one of my favorite bands of all time.
As they should be.
But it
It's a
especially
Journey halftime show.
It especially pairs well with this kind of
the graphic, yeah.
Escape from New York, Snake Plissken-esque.
That's the point.
Oh my god.
That's my vision.
It's like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
They're like a sushi chef, Danny. Just pairing wonderful bites of sushi and sake together.
Yes.
Which I did one of those one time, like a pop-up like sushi thing when I was in New Orleans. Bro, that was one of the best meals I've ever had in my life. Just like a sushi chef that just does whatever he wants.
What you got going on with your hair right now?
I don't know, dude. It's high. Brian Cabrera style.
He was a little bit more tame because it was high, but it had a purpose.
I'm putting the beacon up. This is like a bat light for Ashley Simpson. The higher your hair gets, Ashley knows. Ashley, if you're out there.
She's taken as you are.
Who's she married to?
I believe, Diana Ross's son?
Which, by the way, we freed Britney. Again, I didn't realize we freed Britney. The conservatorship ended a month ago, Jake. Hell yeah.
She's married to Evan Ross, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, Ask the Bench brought to you by Cola Coors Light, Vizzy Hard Seltzer, Blue Moon, Light Skies, Citrus Sweet. Ask the Bench. Who comes out of the Big Ten?
I'll still just go Ohio State. I'll just go chalk. Ohio State.
Ohio State.
I go chalk as well.
Ask the Bench, Eduardo Knops. What's the measurements on T-Bob's baby hands? 9 inches, baby. Me and Joe Burrow, 9-inch.
Imagine being in single digits. Ask the Bench. If Hester wasn't from Shreveport, where would he be from?
Good, an odd question. Bossier. Same thing, right?
Does it have to be Louisiana?
Is Marietta and Duluth the same thing? Is Tiger Stadium in Port Allen?
I've never really understood
No, it's
Marietta.
a river that separates the two. It's in Baton Rouge.
That is one of my favorite parts about American culture is that We definitely believe in like rivers. It's like the Monroe West Monroe thing, right? You tell somebody from West Monroe or Monroe they're from the other side, and they get like very salty.
Yeah, there's a reason. I'm from the Port City. I'm not from Bossier.
Well, no, but if you weren't from the Port City, you would be from Bossier.
It's like Kenner and Metairie. I'm sure Metairie and Kenner have kind of the same thing, right? Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. They're very similar.
Right. West Bank,
They're
obviously.
very similar.
West Bank, Best Bank. You know how many times I've heard Big Fave talk about West Bank being the best bank?
Harvey's got a great AMC. It's where I saw Force Awakens. I'll never forget it. Saw it after
In
I got
Harvey?
off double coverage.
Why are we in Harvey?
Because they had like a 2 a.m. showing or a 1 a.m. showing after I got off double coverage. It was awesome. Hey, go to All Star Toyota if you need a car. I mean, let's just get to the point. Let's just cut the fat.
Just
okay.
Get a car.
Just if you need a car, just
All-Star.
go to All Star Toyota. Okay. I mean, we tell you literally twice every day. They're the best. Y'all are the best. We love you very much. Been a fun Wednesday show. We'll be back Thursday tomorrow. Joey Chestnut, you're on notice, bud. See you tomorrow.
OTB, OT.
And you're on notice to go to the App Store.
Yep.
And download the DraftKings app.
Correct.
Because don't think because it's Wednesday night and not Thursday night that you don't have a Showdown Captain mode to play. You know why? You know what we got?
I'm spending all my money.
Maction.
I can't do it every night. I got to draw a line somewhere.
Well, that's you. For me and people like me, you know who I'm talking about. Maction is for you because you had Maction last night. You got Maction tonight. You got Thursday night football tomorrow. Plenty of Captain Showdown mode to play. Go win some money. Don't be scared. Scared money like T-Bob, don't make money.
That is fair. Look, go right now, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, and like we said, man, if you use the promo code Baton Rouge, all one word, when you sign up, you get $100 free to use once mobile betting hits. So, not immediately, but when mobile betting hits, right around the corner, promo code Baton Rouge, $100 free to spend, man. Come on, let's do it, DraftKings. It's the best. Experience the sweat.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Vizzy, the first hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C. It just hits different. Vizzy, step up your seltzer game.